Welcome, everyone, to the official debate section of the Charter Review.
All right, I didn't come here to argue with you.
Oh, yes, you did. We're having a debate. Debate ain't nothing but an argument.
Doctor, can we relate? Can we relate? Can we debate? I want debate. I try the gate. All about cake. Can we debate? Can we debate? Can we relate? Can we relate? Can we debate? I want debate. I try the gate. All about cake. Can we debate? 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 Can we debate?
Thank you very much. And your rebuttal, Mr. Carville.
We have no response. That was perfect.
It's time to do.
Friends, welcome to special edition of the Team Fatty Show. Of course, Rage in the Cage. I want to thank y'all. It was a very busy week. On Sunday we have ladies first, but tomorrow I'll give you a show. Saturday I'm taking the day off. I'm not. A lot going on. But before we go there, there's already 78 people in the building. Please like the video. And all the triggers for today's show can be activated on anybody panel. So if you're ready to send the money to Fantastic, Don J is not streaming for his destination. But if you want to trigger something on Fantastic side, you can do it in sending money. Remember the cash apps, Team 38, Don J, and Mr. Fantastic 824 are going to be pumped left and right. So please go ahead and support them. As the links, we are going to keep dropping the links from Don J, Fantastic, Red Pill Ranger, Jada, Mr. Thomas Legacy, and Cheeky Banter. So please, every time you see those links popping, please follow them. We're trying to build a little bit of a cordial understanding over here. So it will be nice that you followed everyone in these little links that I'm going to drop, okay? Today, we have a multi-topic debate, okay? It's a multi-topic debate. We're going to go through it, but before we go to that, I want to thank our fourth moderator, Cheeky Banter, is in the building.
What's good?
I hope you're doing good, Cheeky. I hope you're doing well. We have three rookies actually, moderating for the first time. The one and only Thomas Legacy in the building. What's up, Thomas? I hope you're doing good, sir.
What's up, Fatty? What's going on, y'all?
We have Jada LaRue from Feminine Melanin University in the building.
Hey.
Friends, Jada tried to turn on her camera, friends. She is not breaking the rules. The camera just didn't want to show up. Okay? So it's not her fault. Appreciate you being here, Jada. And Mr. Red Pill Ranger is in the building. Salute to you, sir. The two opponents. This is a very improbable debate. 1 year ago, you couldn't say that these two people will be debating opposite sides. So we have right now on the left corner, Mr. Don motherfucking J. Red. Let's go.
What it do?
Welcome, Don. Thank you for actually pulling up. I appreciate you. And on the right corner, super hot fire himself. Undefeatastic them. Mr. Fantastic. I forgot to put the super hot. So, friends, I appreciate y'all being here. Let me give you the structure of the show, okay? 2 hour debate. We have an official clock. The topics from today's show are Cooley No Fugazi podcast is claim Cooley. Cooley No Fugazi podcast. Cooley is contradicting himself. The second, colorism doesn't exist. And the third, no man is single by choice. These are the three topics for today, okay? We are going to get the rounds by spin of the wheel. We have 1 hour and a half of debate back and forth. And then on the last 30 minutes, they are going to answer the questions from the moderators and the $20 questions that we get. If you want to ask questions to the debaters, $20 and up, we are going to make sure we read all the questions on the last 30 minutes. That's the first way that you can interact with them, okay? So to activate the Shadow Realm, you already know $100, no gloves off for 20 minutes. If you want to activate the Shadow Realm for the second time, it's $200, but the clock doesn't stop. It's going to be inside of the time because we don't have all night, okay? We try to leave here before the 3-hour mark. We have the Google It situation where you guys can use it once to challenge each other points. And finally, we're going to have the bumper moderator that you already know. Bumper moderator is simple. Right now, there's three moderators on the panel, okay? There's Red Pill Ranger, Jada, and Mr. Thomas Legacy. We are going to do a little change. You pay $150 to actually replace it with the fourth moderator. Fourth moderator is Shiki. You have 5 minutes to send more 150 so you can undo that and you can pick the person that you want to leave, okay? So if somebody pays $150 for Chiki to be a moderator and, for example, Jada drops, you can pay $150 not for Jada to get Chiki spot, but Jada can get whenever the spot that you want as long as you say what you want to do. All the fourth moderators are going to stay on panel from the beginning to the end of the show. They're going to have all the powers that the moderators have. The only thing is the fourth moderator is not going to be able to vote. So if you want to sway the election, that's exactly how you should do it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you how you should do it, okay? Moderators, make sure these two are honest, answer questions, and don't deflect, okay? We don't want Neo from Matrix on this show, so let's make sure that we keep them honest. Shout out to my brother Jason Jamieson. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Once again, support all the super chats and the cash apps and all that. We still have our goals today, 10 members and $100. If we don't get it, it is what it is. But make sure that you put money to these people politics and follow their channels. Anyone, is there any question? We're ready to go. So let's drop the cage.
Please lock the cage doors at this time.
Get the fuck out! Simon says, get the fuck out!
No, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of play time.
So I'm going to decide who starts. Let's put these on the big screen. Let's spin it. Fantastic or Don J. Let's see who starts the debate. Don J has the floor first.
It's time to do.
So to all the participants, good luck. I'm going to put the 2-hour clock. You have 5 minutes to do opening statements. And we're going to be a little bit loose with the time, okay? 1 minute might be enough. If you guys are having a conversation, we're going to actually let you have the dialogue. If you're saying that the opponent is taking the microphone left and right, we're going to be a little bit more strict with the time, okay? But for start the show, I was trying to see if you guys can have a conversation without the clocks. We can go from there. So, it's time. Let's start The time is on play. You have the floor. First topic. Cooley from No Fugazi podcast is contradicting himself. What is your position, sir? And why do you think the way you think?
My position is that he's not. So let me just go through. Ladies and gentlemen, let's consider what it truly means to give advice. Is it not the role of someone with experience, even flawed experience, to guide others? The core of this debate revolves around whether it's hypocritical to advise against dating single mothers while dating a single mother oneself. At first glance, this might seem contradictory, but let me offer this perspective. When a smoker warns other smokers or non-smokers, should you smoke? Do we dismiss that as advice or hypocrisy? As we seek the wisdom from others, do we not get the wisdom from people that have made mistakes or have done the things that we don't want to do or should not do? Here's the catch. My opponent must either argue that advice is only valid when paired with perfect behavior, disqualifying vast amounts of people with their experience, or concede that imperfect individuals can offer valuable guidance, especially when tailored to the audience's unique context. Which one is it? Consistency at the cost of truth, or truth with the humility of imperfection?
It came in ready. Mr. Fantastic.
Well, hey, man, shout out to my man for, I don't know if that's a teleprompter or a script, man. Shout out to this brother, man. You know what I mean? I like it when they come prepared. Now, the brother used a lot of, terms and things, but the wonderful thing about experience is that, he left out the hypocritical aspect of it. Now, of course, we all seen the, hey, if you smoke cigarettes, you go end up like this. We seen them commercials, right? And that lady, warns others from her experience so you don't end up like her. The problem is, though, she no longer smokes. The problem with Cooley is telling people to do something and living the life that he says that there's a problem with, and then the level of flagrancy, I'll say, right? The way he talks about it, where he say single mothers are for recreational use only, and not only is he dealing with this woman, but he's now had 2 children with this woman that was for recreational use, right? So it's not the fact of the matter that he cannot give good advice, is that he cannot play both sides of the fence or fence sit. He cannot come out and then criticize other men, which he's actively doing. And I saw one of his debates the other night, and he likes to do this thing where he doesn't he doesn't say anything that's solid or concrete, so that way he's in this way of ambiguity, and he can always say, well, I didn't say that, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do that. But literally his life is the story of what it really is. So the messenger does matter, and he's the wrong messenger, you know what I'm saying, for that message.
Anyone wants, Don Jay, do you want to counteract anything that Fantastic said?
Yeah, can we just start talking?
Absolutely.
All right. So you said specifically that he's the wrong messenger. How so?
He's the wrong messenger because, like I said, his life goes not only just to the utmost extent against what he says. He's taking this. The woman had not just 1 but 2 children. All right, so she's a 2-time baby mama, right? A 2-time single mom. Then he has 2 children with this woman. He takes her serious and he's in a relationship with her. And then he's still saying this rhetoric to single women, trying to talk shit to single moms about being single moms when he's with one. So he's actually being double flagrant, right? Because he's talking shit to the men and telling the men don't be with single moms. Then he brings single moms on his podcast and tells them that their lifestyles are wrong because they're single moms, when indeed, again, he has a single mom.
Okay, so I'm hearing 2 points from you. The number 1 point is that he himself is dealing with a single mom, but don't you think that context matters?
Go more in depth. I do believe context matters. I agree. Yes.
For example, if he was a person who did not have any kids himself, and then he himself got a single mother, I would actually concede right away, boom, the debate over, you won. But since he has a kid and he wants someone to actually have kid experience, I think that changes the context for him specifically. But if you're talking about his audience is people that don't have kids, that don't even have their value yet, etc. So when you're giving advice in general. You're not giving it specifically.
Okay, great. And the wonderful thing about that is I'm the inverse of what he is. So I actually had already had kids before I got with my ex-wife, and my ex-wife didn't have any children. And then of course she had children with me. So you see the contradictory part here is again that he's still saying the message to both sides, both men and women, as if this is such a big issue and problem when this is his life. He is living this life and further going on with it. You cannot be the person that, you can't be the arsonist and the fireman at the same time. It's a conflict of interest. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but it still doesn't click for me. Because again, like I said before, if he didn't have any kids and that's all he could get was that single mother, then I would agree. Like I just told you, I would agree it is what it is. But if he himself has a kid and is looking for a woman that has motherly instincts, etc., don't you think that he would choose her over, I guess, a woman that don't have kids?
No, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. So my life experience is proof of that. What I'm telling you is I was able to get a woman without children while even having children before I had my value. So that's what defeats his purpose. And there are plenty of other men in the same boat. So he can't make the excuse. Hold on. He can't make the excuse and say, oh, well, I didn't have my value yet. So whatever. So if you are this guy, you know what I'm saying, that you say you are, you're all these wonderful things. You got the height, you got the looks, you got the whatever you say it is. How is it that you could only come up with a single mom? I swear to God, and I'm pretty sure you would agree to this term. For every woman with a child that's good, there's a woman that's without child that's good. Correct?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
So hold on. So now you're saying, now I'm gonna ask you that again because you're about to pin yourself in the corner and this is a debate.
Let's pin yourself in the corner. Let's talk.
Okay, so all right. So what you're saying? So now what you're saying is either all women with children are bad, or all women are good, or all women without children are bad, or all women without children are good.
There is no all, number one. But if you're talking about in general,
I just asked you the question.
No, you didn't say all. You didn't say all. You gave me.
Yes, I did. I said, hold on. Well, it was implied. Let me. Maybe you didn't hear the question. So I'm gonna ask the question again. For every woman that's a good woman with a child, there's a good woman that does not have a child. Correct?
See, that's not all versus all. That's for everyone. That's let's say 100,000 women that has children that's good with children. There's 100,000 women without children that's good with children. I do not agree with that.
Okay, well, you can disagree, but the numbers would say and prove that otherwise. That's what I'm saying. Because so before you're a mother, right? You're without children, right? Every woman is a potential mother, correct?
If they get kids, yes.
So all right. So exactly. So until a woman becomes a mother, you can't penalize and say she's not going to be good with kids because you don't have kids.
You just don't know. No, my point is you don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you never know. So now you're trying to hit me with the same thing Cooley is saying and say, oh, it's ambiguity. We never know how she's going to come out. Well,
hold on. I think you do know if you already have kids. You don't know if you don't have kids. No. Hold on. I'm sorry, if you have kids already and you can see that the kids is well fed, well taken care of, got a place, etc., blah 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 blah, all the things that you list that you can see that she's a good mother. How could you not know? I'm confused on that.
Yeah, because that's what because you don't know. And then, like you said, we want to get into the statistics of it. Hold on, I'm explaining to you. I can give you the statistics of it. So the statistics of it are two households with a parent that that's not the biological parent. Those are the highest cases of child abuse, right? The highest cases of child abuse are either like a step parent or a boyfriend, girlfriend, live in, and so on and so forth, blah blah blah. So that's what I'm telling you. Be it man or woman, it's either side the same way. So you never know. Everything is a gamble. I'm making your point, what you said. And that's what I'm trying to show you to the point of where it's nonsensical for you to say, oh, well, you never know. Well, of course, we never know a lot of things. What I'm telling you, though, for a fact, and just like you're using Cooley as a thing, I can use myself as an example and plenty of other men I know. And I'm pretty sure you know some too. There are men out here that already had children and they were able to get women that didn't have children. Okay. So, but he's using it as an excuse now because that's his lifestyle. He has to be partial to that and trying to make it seem like, oh, she's just this great woman. Well, I promise you, there's a woman just as great or greater than her without kids. I know you agree with that, bro. You got to.
Okay, so your point is I want to just be clarified just real quick. So your point is basically saying that he could have gotten someone else without children that had or could have had the potential to display those same exact qualities of raising the kids, etc.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, without being a mother, you just a woman. Every woman doesn't have to be great point. Let's just use this, right? Daycares, right? Or is every woman at a daycare a mother?
No.
Is every teacher a mother? Yet and still, I'm pretty sure you had some great teachers along the way, right? That may not have ever had a child. correct? You agree with that premise? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I can bring other examples. You know, I can bring other what am I looking for, bro? Occupations. I can bring occupations. I can bring other occupations to prove my point, where there are women that don't have children themselves that are great with children, actually greater than the mothers. Because again, we got to get to the stats, and I'm pretty sure you know this. Who commits the most you know, things against children? Physical abuse against children,
for sure.
The mothers. Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. So if the mothers have the highest rate of child abuse, right? You can't use being a mother as the standard of, oh well, I know she's going to be good with kids.
Okay, so from your perspective, if he said that he wanted that, you would still say, nah, you didn't want that.
No, I can't say now that I can't refute what he says he don't want. But at the same time, the other side of it is I can claim that to make myself right. That's the easiest debate tactic in the world. Oh, well, that's what I wanted. That's who I wanted. But
that's what he claims. So I'm going off of what he claims.
Yeah, but we can't. But it's still, and at the same time, that's why we have debates, and that's why all these people are coming at him, because basically you like to say you're peeing on me and telling me that it's raining, brother. No, if you're all these things that you say you are, and I and other men have this experience as to where, hey, I had kids already, but I was able to get a woman that I wanted that didn't have kids, and either have kids with her myself, or even not have kids with her and have a relationship, and she be great to my kids. You feel what I'm saying? Or hell, or even not, you don't even have her dealing with it, because at the beginning of so on and so forth. That's why I say that's another thing that was real sticky about what he was saying. Well, nobody gets a girl that they're just dealing with in the midst of, oh, she's gonna be a stepmom to my kids to start off with. No, you're a man. You know how we do this. Hey, you test her out. Do I even like her? Is she cool? Is she this? Is she that? And all these other things, and so on and so forth. And then
hold on. Go ahead. Well, no, go ahead. Finish.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
I'm still trying to see the hypocrisy though. If he's claiming that he wanted that, and he's saying, "Hey, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted for my mom. I'm sorry, for the mother of my children, because I'm a single parent," and he's giving advice to people that don't have kids. I'm still trying to see how is that hypocrisy.
It's hypocrisy again, because I said two things. You pretty much conceded to this. Okay, the fact of the matter that women without children can be good with children. One, all right,
can be, yes.
Well, I would say R. I would say R good with children. I would say R. Let me. You're right. Thank you for fixing that for me. R. Women without children are also good with children, or better than actual mothers. Okay, and then also that is the ultimate cop out. It's a cop out. Well, that's what I wanted, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you reach in the fucking you get the short stick, and we doing the short stick. Well, I wanted the short stick anyway. That's literally the tactic that he's using in this thing, because people are challenging him because of his rhetoric.
Okay, so if he came out and said, "Hey, if I was to reset everything and I was to choose a woman right now, I would not choose the woman that I'm with right now," you would still think he's a hypocrite?
No, how could he be a hypocrite? Because then he would be. Then his life story would be in tune with his rhetoric. And
okay, hold on. So the only distinction is he had her back then when he did not have the status, he did not have the money, etc., confidence, whatever, blah blah blah. You want to feel in right there versus now. So then there's no difference then.
There's a huge difference.
How so?
Again, the messenger matters. He had the option to, get a better woman. And just like women leave men, right? Just like women leave men at a whim or whatever, when they get on or when they get tired and so on and so forth. Hell, he could have did that. And
he's supposed to leave his woman?
Hold on. Listen, see now, brother, I thought you was red pill. Listen, women do it all the time, right?
Yes.
So why are you? You're not married to her, so the most you're gonna pay is child support for one kid. They had one kid, and then furthermore, you put a kid in her. Cool, right? Gosh. So what I'm saying is, he's this ultimate red pill guy, and he's claiming the red pill moniker, and he's going against the fucking principles.
Okay, so where in the principles does it say that you should leave the woman that you're with that has your kids?
No, that it's not that. Why did he get the woman pregnant in the first place? Like you said, he had status way before he got to this point to where he's doing the YouTube thing now. He said it himself when he admitted it, or not admitted, or I guess brought it to people's attention about the TikTok thing and all these different things and so on and so forth. He got with this woman. He caught feelings for her, even though she already had 2 kids. And then the whole racial aspect of it is a whole nother thing. 2 white kids.
Why does that matter?
Well, it matters. It matters because it looks different. It looks definitely different so if a white woman had kids with a mixed dude, or whoever knows the mixed kids, no one will bat an eye with Cooley walking around with his stepkids, right? Or not, can't say stepkids, they're not married. Okay. Yeah. But if you see this black man walking around with these two fully white dudes, and again, I'm not against interracial anything. Let me make that clear. We're not familiar with each other, so I'm not preaching against it. But I'm just saying that adds a clear differentiation to it, because now this is a white woman that, you know, had white kids, and now you're going to be taking care of those white kids and out and about and all these different things, so on and so forth. And if you flip the thing now, no, you know what I'm saying, it would be so much scrutiny on it.
Okay, I see your point, but I disagree. I mean, it doesn't matter.
It's a debate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So with it, going back though slightly with the thing about Cooley himself having kids versus him having artists that don't have kids and giving that advice, I still don't see how would that be hypocritical by him saying that advice. That's my main argument. Is him giving the advice, and you're saying that he is the messenger and he's the wrong messenger. Who is a better messenger with someone that's already dealing with a single mother to say, hey, bro, like, obviously I can't say certain things. I don't want to oust my family. I don't want to have a situation where me and my girl break up, etc. But I'm telling y'all right now, hey, y'all shouldn't be dating single mothers.
Okay, and the person that's the better messenger for that is the person that's not living the lifestyle and further getting into it and then being flagrant to both. He cannot be the messenger of leave single mothers alone, so leave single mothers alone. When I mean, technically now he's making her even now, instead of her being a 2-time single mother, she's a 4-time single mother because they're still not married, right? Quote unquote. And not even spiritually, from what he's saying. I know I don't believe in state sanctioned marriage, so I'm not even holding him to that. But from what he said, they're still not even married from a spiritual standpoint or agreement, right?
Yeah.
So now she went from a 2-time single mom to a 4-time single mom. All right. So he's making more single moms. Okay. Or he's making the single mom.
About to say he's making her more
at a higher
mommy.
degree. Yeah. He's not. Let me clean it up. So he's changing the degree of one single mom, and furthermore, he's talking to women and telling them, hey, you shouldn't be out here having kids out of wedlock. You shouldn't be out here. He uses the rhetoric about kids. Hold on, wait. What you saying?
I didn't say nothing. I'm just
well, my bad. You got a little animated, brother. So what I'm saying is he can't use the children out of wedlock argument, which is the big part of his message, when you're literally having children out of wedlock, multiple now. With the
but
same
he had
women.
that
Yes,
before.
No.
Go ahead.
So actually now, and I forgot about it because he already had another kid. So now he's made children out of wedlock himself 3 times. He's a hypocrite.
Okay, so hold on. No. Stay right here for just a second. Let's have a combo for this exact point for just a second.
Okay.
So if you change your mind and you change your mindset, but you're still in a situation where you can't necessarily automatically change the situation because other people will get hurt, your kids, your family, the woman that you care about, etc. You break up a whole family, but yet you're still saying, hey, I want y'all to know, hey, don't date single mothers. I would take advice more from that person than a person that's not dating single mothers. What do you mean? I'm confused.
That's like saying you got to get ran over. You have to tell someone that's been ran over by a car to tell you to stay out of the street, brother.
That's like a smoker saying, "Hey, bro, don't smoke." I'm telling you right now, bro.
It's the same. Whether you change the scenario or not. I don't need a person that smokes to tell me to stop smoking. That doesn't make them the better fucking thing. I don't need. I don't. It's you know who's better than the victim of smoking? The medical doctor. The medical doctor.
What's the medical doctor of this shit?
Say again.
What's the medical doctor equivalent of this that we're talking about?
He's an expert.
No. You're saying that he's the wrong messenger, which okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, but now you're saying that it has.
A medical doctor would be the man without. He would be a medical doctor would be the one without kids. It would be the man without kids that's not taking single mother seriously. It's a man without. It's a man without. A man that's not dealing with a single mom. Okay, a man that's not dealing with a single mom telling you not to deal with single moms. My bad. Okay, I misspoke. So that would be the expert here because his life is matching up with his message, and he's out here having his way with women. You know what I'm saying? He's successful with women. If he has a kid or he doesn't have a kid, that's irrelevant. But him having a kid and being able to get women without kids will make it even better.
No,
so would be.
The doctor here would be the person that knows it from all angles and all perspectives, because in a doctor analogy, that what makes it analogous is he has all the information of the good and the bad. So the person that's only dealt with the single mothers, or the person that has never dealt with the single mothers, they don't have the full picture. But the person that has dealt with the single mothers and dealt with the non-single mothers, they'll tell you, hey, this is the pros and cons for dealing with a single mother. This is the pros and cons for dealing with a woman that don't have kids, that if you yourself has a kid, etc. The nuance of that will be way more profound than just a person that never dealt with a single mother.
And the problem with you just killed your original argument,
which is
which you changed it from the best person would be the smoker. The smoker only knows the bad side, not the good, because they're suffering from it. So now you just came to my point and you agreed with me more than yourself because you changed your argument. Yeah, you did.
No. In this particular thing, I'm saying the person that's the best messenger. Go ahead. No, hold on.
Yeah, I didn't cut you off for a reason. I want. So this is what I'm saying. So again, going back to your original analogy, okay, the smoker is the best person to tell you not to smoke. It's totally different from the doctor, and the doctor still. Hold on. The doctor, that is what you said originally. Oh, that's should. I'm sorry, you said should. Okay, and the doctor doesn't know the bad directly. He has to treat it, and it's his job to try and prevent it. So even the doctor, he don't know what it's like to have throat cancer. He don't know what it's like to to have breathing problems and breathing issues because he's not smoking. He's just telling people not to do it. So even what you're saying, he knows both sides of it. What you originally were speaking to was actually having the experience, the actual experience yourself. And that's what Cooley has. He's the smoker. He can't be smoking and literally coming online every day and being like, hey man, y'all need to stop these smoking while he got a big ass cigarette in his mouth, man. He got a big long ass Newport 100 in his mouth, bro. He can't do that. You cannot do that.
Number one, I didn't say that was the best, so I'm just clarifying that. That's number one. Number two,
yeah, that's why I said you should. I corrected myself. You said should though. You did say should.
Got it. Okay. I wanted that to be clear. All right, because then it keeps my argument still the same, which is you yourself is still in a situation where it's hard to break that situation. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Which part?
The family.
Of course, that's not an easy thing. I do agree with that.
Okay, so if he pulled you to the side, or let's say not even pulled you to the side, let's make this very realistic. Let's say he had a Patreon, and on that Patreon he blocked his single mother, his family, everyone else, etc. And he made it $1,000 to look at his Patreon or some shit. When you go to his Patreon, it says, "Hey, bro, I'm letting y'all know right now. If I was to be single, I would not date a single mother because my status is high. I can command more about a woman, etc." Would you then say he's a hypocrite? Or is it only the information that he's saying to YouTube that's the hypocrisy?
I can only go by what he says on YouTube. That's what I'm saying, and not just YouTube. He said this on other platforms, and I remember the debate he had while I was in. So it would have been last week. He had a debate with this guy. He came on and he debated him, and he said, "Hey, even if he had to do it all over again, he would choose the same woman." That's what he said. He told him on the debate.
Oh, I would have if I see that clip, then cool. It is what it is.
Yeah, but he was a married dude. It was a married dude. I just left the Lakers versus Heat game. He was talking to the guy. He dropped the dude. Then he brought him back to call him an ugly ass nigga because he was pretty much beat him in a debate. So he admitted it himself. He's still trying to stick to it and say no and making it argument that you're making. Man, it's not easy. I'm just supposed to leave my family. I'm just supposed to leave my family. Well, no, it's not. You got to leave your family, but you can't be out here saying this crazy shit that you're saying, bro. And you're all the way in. You're completely, totally opposite of your message, and that creates a problem.
I don't see how it creates a problem. I really don't. So if you was to say, hey, hold on, let me finish. So if you was to say, hey, I myself am dating a single mother, and I'm telling y'all right now, do not date single mothers, especially given the context of his audience. What is the problem with that?
Again, he's preaching a message that he does not live. And let me give you another scenario, right? So let's just say that it was this person out here preaching veganism, right? Veganism. Vegan is the way to go. Vegan is the way to go. You need to stop eating this red meat. This meat is killing you, cholesterol, all this stuff. And then you see this nigga pull up with a big ass triple burger. Is he the right messenger for fucking veganism? Even if and the problem, hold on. Now, I think what you're missing is truthfulness is a thing. But again, the reason why the messenger is important is because, like, well, why the hell am I take you serious, bro? You doing it? Does that not exist?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question, but then I also have to say something afterwards. yes, that would be a problem, but it's not
Right.
analogous. Well, no. No. That's not analogous. And again, here's
Okay.
why: you're not stuck to the pause. I was about to say some crazy shit. You're not stuck to the meat, like no Diddy. You're not stuck to the meat. You don't have a family with the meat. You don't have ties with veganism or the meat, etc. But for him, he has ties with his family, obviously. So he's not going to say certain things that would break up his family or hurt his family or etc. So that's why it's not analogous.
Okay. Well, we could change that to let's say.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you an analogy. Would
ahead.
this analogy fit? You just tell me if it wouldn't fit or if it would. If married men was like, hey, don't get married, would that fit your analogy? Or would that fit something that you would say would be a hypocrite or hypocrisy?
No.
Okay, how so? What's the distance?
That's different because it's telling people that's going to come after. It's going to tell people that comes after, hey, look, I'm doing this right now. I am in this. Okay. And like you said, so now you're making the argument for him. So I got married at a time that when marriage was different from what it is now, right? So marriage takes this, and this. This is a bad deal for men. If you get married now, there's this, right? So a man that's married is not the same thing as the man that's motherfucking.
You walking right into my point, bro. You walking head first into my point. Let's go. The same exact. No. The same exact way that you just explained is the same exact way of dealing with a single mother. Now, literally the exact word for word what you just said. Hey, here's the pros, here's the cons. This is why you probably shouldn't do it, especially if you don't have your own children, especially if you don't have kids, especially if you're not looking to start a family right away. That's literally the same exact thing.
It's still not the same exact thing.
How?
Because the difference is this one or two things, right? So if you had to do it all over again and you had to get married today, what's that man's answer going to be? No, I would not get a state sanctioned marriage, or what? Not guaranteed across the board, but a lot of it would be, hey, look, I wouldn't get a state sanctioned marriage. I get married by, through God, the church, or whatever, so on and so forth. I will not put myself in this contract, and doing it this way would be a better way, right? Okay. When you have, again, I just told you, this man that said if he had to do it all over again, he would pick the same woman.
I gotta see that video. If I see that video, I have to concede. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I see that video, I literally have to concede because then I can't argue his point. I would just have to still argue my point.
Do you want to stop the clock for 2 minutes so you can find it fantastic?
He can keep going while I'm looking for it. I can see if I can.
Yeah, or if someone on the chat can actually do the job, and you can use the same thing. If you don't have the video straight in front of you and you want somebody to find something, let's give grace to each other.
I'll definitely give grace. I'm just here to have a real good conversation. Because if he literally said that if he was to start over again, etc., then I literally have to concede on the front of him talking about him. I would still have to talk about the front of someone that's in marriage, so saying, hey, don't get married. I would still have to talk about the front of someone that may be dealing with a single mother to say, hey, don't deal with a single mother. But if he himself said that, I have no choice but to concede from his perspective.
Moderator, do you have any questions for them before we move to the next topic? And shout out to the 326 people watching. Please like the video on any platform, and please click the links of all the content creators on the panel, please.
Yeah.
Yes, I would. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, ladies first. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jaden. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we are not classifying if it is a right or wrong thing or good or bad thing. We are trying to classify about the messenger himself. So I noticed that the argument is being made whether it's good or not, but we are only talking about the messenger himself. Can the messenger qualify to be able to give the message?
Yes.
Well, ask the question again. I was playing the audio from another thing, so I'm sorry. I had to.
No problem. It wasn't even a question. I was making a statement so that we are clear, because I noticed that one side is more so trying to judge if it's okay or not for these things to be said versus if the messenger himself.
Yes, the messenger matters. That's my point.
Right.
My point in the argument is that the messenger matters. I'm not challenging the message of like red pill, don't deal with single moms, and so on and so forth, and these different things. But Fatty, if you can pull it up, I got it right here.
Okay, and yes, I do acknowledge that. Fantastic. I was more so talking about Don.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, I was talking about the messenger as well, but I was using similes, metaphors, etc., to display the exact same analogy with other scenarios.
All right, so
or other people.
If with as far as the message goes, do you think that the credibility and sound advice of the message outweighs the credit worthiness of the messenger, because that's what I'm saying. So fantastic. I think you're more about the credit worthiness of the messenger, the trustworthiness, and whether he's actually living what he's advocating for. And you're more on the fact that Don J, that the sound device of the message should not be overwritten by the credit worthiness of the messenger.
Yeah, that's my position.
That's
So
fantastic. Both of y'all got good points.
I got him.
Yeah.
You found the video?
Yeah, I got it. It's I got it down. I got it for you to share it.
Let me stop the clock for a second.
I had a question also.
I got you, Red Pill. Don't worry about it. Let's put these on the big screen and let's play.
Let's do this. I'll give you this. Let's get to what you want to debate about. Give me the whole thing, and then I'll let you state your point in your question.
Yes, I would say that you're dating a woman who's recreational use only.
Okay, cool. So that's what you think. Got it. So now state your, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't see that would be a thing. Yeah, I would say no.
But you're not telling me why.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why. I mean, there's no reason why. I wouldn't.
You just wouldn't.
I just wouldn't. Now, is there a, let's do this. I'll give you this. Let's get to what you want to debate about. Give me the whole thing, and then I'll let you state your point in your question.
Yes, I would say that you're dating a woman who's recreational use only.
Okay, cool. So that's what you think. Got it. So now state your, state your what that is your position.
Yeah.
So then, okay, give your question first.
So a question. So let's say that you were single again. Like you broke up with her, she broke up with you. Either one, like doesn't matter. Would you date another woman who has kids by another man if you were single again?
Currently, right now, in my life, if I was single again as a 35-year-old man, would I date a woman that has kids currently?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
I'm just letting you know I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't see that would be a thing. Yeah, I would say no.
But you're not telling me why.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why. I mean, there's no reason why. I wouldn't.
You just wouldn't.
I just wouldn't. Now, is there it's a hypothetical, right? So I'll answer your hypothetical fully. So to explain it more, if I was single at this time and I was out dating, would I date a woman that has kids? I have kids, right? So it's like, all right, if that woman can get on, if somewhere magically, this woman is the exception, I find another exception. And she can get on program, right? And she outcompetes all the other women that don't have any kids. What age range we talking about? How old she got to be?
Any age that you want. But she just
any age.
Yeah, but she has kids.
It's a possibility, but most likely not. Let's just go with the simple answer: no.
So you wouldn't do it again, but so you're saying so you do you regret doing it now?
I'm going to ask you a question now.
You're not answering my question, though.
Yeah, but your question, the answer to your question is no. But let me ask you a question, right? Okay. So you're asking these questions because, once again, your presupposition is that your woman is.
So he said
this proves my point. This proves my point.
He said it was a possibility. I got to play it further on. Let me go. Hold on. Let me find it.
Did I just dub? I just got a dub.
Got it. Now let me ask you, that has kids. What's some of the reasons of why we call women recreational use? Oh no, then the definition of recreational use only.
I didn't give a definition of recreational.
Well, you're getting red pill content and stuff like that. You have.
Yeah, of course. There's no woman that you shouldn't date. Like, should you date a porn star?
No. I said have only. One of the parts that you said was correct, like strippers, girls that do OnlyFans. Oh, you're a single mom, or you got with some dude. Oh, you let him hit it raw, and he done left you. Dang, you made all the wrong decisions. That's an assumption. So when you assume that, you're assuming that the woman is promiscuous, meaning that she's having sex, but not really putting too much stake in the man that she chooses to have sex with, meaning that she's a promiscuous woman. When you peel back the layer to all of these things of recreational use only, it goes back to promiscuity.
Sure.
That's the reason, right? So a stripper, right? Well, she's if you peel back the layer, she's sexualizing, dancing on the pole. She's promiscuous. A corn star, promiscuous. A single mom, promiscuous. That's when we peel back the layer and we look at it. Why are you shaking your head?
Because even if a stripper was not, even if every man in the world knew a stripper wasn't promiscuous, they would still think she's recreational use only.
You proving my point. You are correct. No, stop it. You're proving my point, but you're missing the point that I'm saying. So I'll say it clear for you so you understand what I'm saying. All of the term of recreational use only, it comes from the assumption of that the woman was right because she's been through a whole lot. She's vulnerable. She's more likely to act out sexually. You get it? Now, of course, there's exceptions to the rule. Talk about
when we talk about what's recreational use only, right? Nowadays people use whatever they want to. You don't even got to be promiscuous.
Bro, have a woman.
I'm married.
Okay. Oh, were you the guy that was married?
Yeah, married.
Got it. It was marriage, right? It was marriage.
No, that wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Well, job this time, but the point was moot. You didn't make a point.
I didn't make a point.
No, you didn't make a point at all, bro. It was marriage, right? It was marriage.
No, that wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Wait, when did you come in here and debate last time?
It was last Wednesday, but it was more towards the end of the stream.
What was your point in the debate last week?
We talked about multiple.
Is it the same?
No. I can't remember what it was last time.
Okay, cool, man. All right, man. I'm gonna get to some more callers, bro. You got point is moot. We just went through it. It's subjective. Recreational use only.
I'm like you.
Oh, no, I mean, you've actually stayed the entire time and you've understood exactly what I was saying. So, I mean, better job this time, but the point was moot. You didn't make a point.
I didn't make a point.
No, you didn't make a point at all, bro.
Okay.
Is that a dub? Is that a dub?
Bring you back up. I'll make a point to you.
Okay.
Your wife is recreational use only.
Okay, how?
You see, it's subjective because she chose an ugly nigga like you. See?
What the fuck? Ad homs is ill. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ad homs is ill. I'll say that very confidently. If you make ad homs and another person didn't make ad homs, yeah, you're walking ill. No cap.
So he said possibly at the thing, but then he said no at the same time. So again, now he's double speaking.
Well, no. Well, he actually started by saying no, and then he said he in his mind he's probably thinking of any scenario where he would choose that woman, the single mother, over regular women that don't have single mothers.
Not
so
just,
now
no,
he's trying to justify.
Again, so not just a single mom, the one he has. So that is his Achilles heel. He has to address in his situation where he said, "Oh, she's the exception," or if I found another exception. So that's what I'm saying. He's even admitted to that with the possibly. What is the right? So from the red pill's perspective, should there even be a possibly?
Should there even be a possibly? That's always possibly.
No.
Yes.
Wait. Hold on. Listen what you're saying. So
do you know what red pill means? Do you know what red pill means?
Yeah. Yeah. But let's walk this down. I'm going by what he said. Recreational use only. All these different things, right? We're debating, should you not deal with single moms or not, right? That's the core thing of this course. Okay, so if he said in scenario to where everything started over, right, and he doesn't have a single mom to pick, should there be a possibly as an answer?
Yes, because anything is possible.
If your rhetoric is don't deal with single moms, so the only crutch you had before, hold on. You just took away the crutch you had before now. Oh, he got a family. You just wanted to break up his family. All that's taken away. He's a single man all over again. All right. Kids or no kids.
Yeah.
And he said there's a possibility that he would still deal with a single mom. Should it
Fantastic.
be a possibility? Hold on.
No,
should it be a possibility if your fucking rhetoric and your message is do not deal with single moms? They are recreational use only.
Anything is possible. He was very specific. No. I want you to read. Stillman. No. Stillman has argument.
No, he didn't.
No. I'm asking you to stillman his argument. I'm asking you to say exactly what he said, because I'm gonna just say from my perspective what I heard. I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. He's initially started by saying no, and then in his mind he's trying to see any reason of why that answer would be a yes. So now he's going through multitudes of different scenarios in different ways in different situations to try to justify a yes. So then in his mind, he's like, oh yeah, if this was the case and that was the case and she did this and she was over all these other women that I dealt with, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's through that's like 90. I would say if I was to put it in percentages, it would be like 99.99991 and it's 0.1% chance, because that's what it sounds like to me when what he said.
And again, his life is what he used. I will argue that he used his own situation because he has to.
Yeah.
He has to keep promoting himself and the choice that he chose as the example and as the standard and the foundation. And that's why he had to say possibly, because if he says outright no, now he defeats everything we're saying and he proves himself to be a hypocrite. And this is what I'm talking about, the whole art of the debate. He understands that where if you say certain things and definitively, now, oh, you're a hypocrite. You just said, no, I would never do it. So that's why he came back and corrected and said possibly, because that's his life. That's what he's doing. So to still man his argument, right? Of course, it's possible for me to find a woman that's already got kids, okay? Kids, all right, that's better than the woman that has no kids whatsoever, and she somehow outcompetes all the women that without kids, even though she already has kids. Like you said, why would you even make that a possibility, bro? When your rhetoric is and your whole message is, do not date single moms. They are for recreational use only. That
okay. So if he would have said no, then what would your answer be for this entire debate?
That's the right answer. That right answer is no. If that's your lifestyle, that's the right answer. I'm sorry if that's your message. If your message and your rhetoric is single mothers are for recreational use only, that's the life you're supposed to live. If and when you have all the options to do so.
Okay, I like this. I like where this is going. So let's have a conversation about this real quick. I don't know how much time we got for this particular.
Can I ask a question?
Mark, we have more.
Go ahead.
1 second, friends. We have more 6 minutes. Let me ask
Let
him go ahead for more 2. If you guys can reach lean on the 6 minutes, you can ask at the end of the debate on the 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool too. I just want to ask this question. So,
yeah, go ahead.
What would you consider recreational use? What is that?
Me?
What does that look like? Yeah.
For me, sex
or
and
just society in general, or for people that's watching in general, what would you say?
Yeah, so recreational use only is generally considered for not a serious long-term relationship, but casual sex and maybe some hanging out or casual interactions, but mainly sex. That's recreational use.
So what if he's going out, hanging out, but he's not having kids and he's not married? Would you still call that recreational use?
Well, no. What are we saying? That's what I'm saying. Are you treating her like a girlfriend or are you treating her like a side piece?
I want to be clear. She's not your girlfriend. You didn't give her even the title of girlfriend, but you still hanging out with her. You may be taking her on dates. You having sex with her, etc. But you are not giving a title of girlfriend. You are not introducing her as your girlfriend. You're not married to her, and you don't have kids. Would that still be recreational use?
Depending on the extent of all the other interactions. Mainly the recreational use is going to be, I would say, 75-25. So recreational use is 75% sex, and then we might do something here and there every now and again, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify that because the position, and then I'll go ahead for the person that had the questions real quick.
Yeah, I had one from the initial.
Red Pill and then Thomas.
So both of you guys are doing a great job. First, I want to say, and making some good points, but Cooley is the thing. Main thing is about Cooley contradicting himself, and we all know words have meaning, and the meaning of the word only, and no one or nothing more.
Is that a question or a statement?
Yeah, it's a question finna come to. How do y'all? Well, I had to give him the definition of only so we can be clear and concise, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what only means. So his statement, you can put it on this red pill tombstone, is single mothers are for recreation use only. So how do you support that? How do you defend that statement only? How do you make that not mean only? Because only is a very firm word. If I do this only, it's nothing else. So how do you substantiate the point of him saying only but doing it or having other possibilities when only is your statement?
No, I get that. I would just say for entertainment purposes, because I think all of us on this panel do entertainment, you do have to spice things up a little bit to make it a little bit more controversial. So that's the perspective I would come from. But if you were talking about a very semantic argument, I would have to agree with you. I have to say, yeah, it's not only.
So isn't that contradicting yourself?
Again, if it's from his perspective of he's thinking, oh, it is only, and then he's actually engaging with it, that's contradictory. But if he himself perspective is, oh, this sounds good, and yes, the general conciseness is don't date single mothers, probably 95%. I'm going to put the only on there to make women riled up and make men riled up and people talk about it, then I don't think that would be.
All right. So
yeah, only means only. Yeah,
right,
so that's, I mean,
Cooley has been on the record saying single men with no kids don't make single women with kids your first choice, your first option. What are y'all thoughts about that message as far as single women with kids being for recreational use only, with him going on the record saying that don't make them your first option, single men with no kids?
Well, Well, I agree. I agree with the I agree with that message. It would be in the best interest of a man that doesn't have children to start his own family. You know what I mean? Versus doing someone else. So I agree with the message. The problem is, again, he's not representing, and it's a little different. It's a caveat because he already had kids when he got with her. So when he speaks to the single and he says that, hey, this is the message for single men, don't deal with single women or single women or recreational use only. I actually agree with that statement. I have a son. He's 19, just turned 19 years old. I would never have my son. Yeah.
How old are you? Never mind. Go ahead. No, my bad. But go ahead.
Hey, nigga, I know I look good for my age.
I was like, God damn, you look young, bro. Okay, fuck with it.
Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, so I could never tell my son to deal with a woman that's already given, her biggest prize, her biggest gift she could ever give to a man and giving life to, you know what I'm saying, their bloodline, to take her serious. So I don't disagree with what he's saying at all. Like I said, we've been said this. The problem is, again, he's going against, his life goes against the message.
Now, do y'all think if he would have led with that first coming straight out the door, it wouldn't be? What do y'all think? If that was, what he went on the record and said, do both of y'all believe he should have? I'm just your thoughts. Should have led with that first instead of making it a general, no matter what, don't mess with him. You think it would have been less?
Here's my thing. When it comes to internet, right? The more and more time we spend on this internet, the more and more things that you have to do that's a little bit more outrageous than the other last person that you came for you. So if you was to give too much nuance and too much context and break things down specifically, etc., probably everyone would be like, yeah, I agree with that. So it would make no headlines, it would make no news, no one would really give a fuck about it, etc. It's only when you make certain statements that may seem so I don't even know the word controversial that you'll be like, oh, okay, no, this person we got to address, we got to talk about this person, etc. And then it's like a funnel. So you give that message up top and then you give the nuance and context later on. So from that perspective, I would say if he wanted more views, then keep that same system that he's doing, etc. But if you actually want to have good conversations, etc., and you want to be correct semantically, then yeah, you definitely want to use your right words, because only means only. Bottom line. Yeah.
So may I ask the two gentlemen a question?
Yes, miss, and then we move on to the next topic.
Okay. So the question is if he makes a good messenger. So if he is giving a message and then there's an exception for whatever reason, but then he says during a reset, even with a reset after he's giving you all these golden rules, given a reset, he just says he would still go with the exceptions rather than the golden rules he gave you. Would you see him as a good messenger?
No, but he didn't say that.
Yeah, I agree. No, but like I said, he said a possibility, not an affirmative, like as I thought before. So he made it nuanced, but I still don't agree with that, because if you go back to the original principle of it, like I said, the principle of his message is single mothers are for recreational use only, and we have the reset. He no longer has the ties or the excuse of, I don't want to call it excuse. He has the reason of a family that's holding him down, and hey, a man shouldn't just, I get successful and whatever, and I just leave my family and leave the woman that had my kids with. So like you said, if we were to reset everything, there should not be a possibility of it, according to, like you said, the rules and the rhetoric.
Okay.
Yeah, I will concede on the point that he is playing that fence, even though it's a very, very 0.00001% of playing the fence.
Well, whether it's playing the fence or not, I would say if he says that's the golden rule and everything else, it should be a no-no. Even if he changes later or puts a
but
tiny bit of slither.
you can't make absolutes. We already know that. We are all human. We are all have different situations, nuances, context, etc. So you literally can't make absolutes for nothing. You can't make absolutes for nothing. So if you was to say a rule,
his advice would not be a golden rule.
No, his advice would still be golden rule. What's golden rule? What's golden rule?
No, I'm just saying if he was I'm only talking about if he was setting golden rules, and y'all thought that this was good advice, golden rule, good advice. But then he does not live up to it, and even given a reset, he still says he would, even at a slither, be able to choose the exception, right?
I agree with you. That's right. That's hypocritical. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It'll be hypocritical to him to do the action. Not for him to say, hey, there might be a 0.00001% chance that you might still deal with a single mother, given your context and situation.
Well, and I could tell you this, right? Well, and then you I don't want to make this a debate, but absolutes do exist too. So that's in a whole nother thing. But let me get on that.
Give me one absolute real quick. Just give me one absolute.
I will, hold up. You want easy? This is a layup, brother. Thank you for the alley-oop.
Oh, it's probably gonna be some stupid. Go ahead.
I will always be a man. That's absolute.
Oh my God. All right. I'm done.
I told you. You asked for it.
No.
You asked for it. I'll always be a man. That's absolute.
No, okay. We'll see about that. No. We'll see about that in 60 years when they can change your chromosomes and XY and take your goddamn shit out.
They're not gonna change.
You might.
Hey,
how you know that? How do you know that? They might literally grab you. You about to be Mrs. Fantastic in a second. What do you know? What do you mean?
Hey, friends, Isa, the shadow realm is not open. So let's keep the guns in our pockets, please. I'm
just having fun, bro. I'm having fun. Bro.
Yeah, it's fine. Just say it like it's not. All
right. Let me chill. I'm chilling.
Anyone west to ask any question like a small Cheeky? I don't know if Cheeky is there. Cheeky probably went to grab something to eat like me. Cheeky, no questions or anything? You good?
Nah, no questions, dog.
Okay, that's fair. So let's go to the second topic. Okay, judges, make your notes. Let's go to the second topic.
It's time to
Colorism doesn't exist. It's going to be an interesting one. Colorism.
Real quick, Fatty. Mr. Fantastic, can you just concede so we can go to something that's actually, beneficial talking, or you really want to debate this?
Listen, we can make it 2 or 3. It's on you. It don't matter. But I said what I said.
Oh, okay. All right. I was trying to give him an out.
There's no out, brother. This is my expertise.
No, go ahead, Fatty. Go ahead, Fatty.
This is my expertise.
No, Fatty. Go ahead, bro. He want to get cooked. All right.
Go ahead. Okay.
I tried to save him from the barbecue, but I guess not.
Okay. Let's see this.
Since Don started, we're going to give the microphone first to Mr. Fantastic. Colorism doesn't exist. Is that your position, Mr. Fantastic?
Yes.
So the shadow realm is activated.
I bring your death.
Forget what I said about putting the guns back on your pockets, okay? You guys are good now.
Go ahead. So I can. All right, go ahead.
20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you guys have to chill, okay? Go ahead, Fantastic. You got this one.
Go ahead, Fantastic. Let's talk now. Let's go, baby.
One of the chairman of the dark skin delegation, brother. This is my wheelhouse, okay? When I say
go
colorism,
ahead. I'm listening.
I am talking about the American black women's definition of colorism. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Real quick. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. Fatty, can we play the clip or we can't? Or you want to play it after?
Absolutely. Let me pause for a second. I actually saved these on my favorites because I know this was going to be brought up. So let's see real quick what we have here. Playlist.
And then Mr.
Live videos.
Have a conversation. Let's go.
I don't think. I don't know if the video helps your case, brother. I just say.
Oh, it doesn't help my case. Oh, well.
You use my
if I get cooked, I get cooked.
Because I saw the video and I was like, I heard the video on mute. I didn't even hear what Fantastic said. I said,
start that timer, bro. Start that timer back. Start that timer. No. Put that timer back, Fatty. Put that timer back.
Timer's back. No. I know. I need to show the people what we're talking about, right? So.
No, we ain't gotta start there. We can. Oh, you want to play it?
Yeah, I want to play it. I got it for you.
Go ahead.
Listen, man, can we stop the colorism talks? Okay. All right.
Woo! Yeah, she fine as hell.
Everybody like this right here.
Jesus.
Listen, I'm thinking about getting diabetes from a chocolate, just what do you call them things? A mukbang. Just by watching this godly creation right here. And look, man, this is all natural. No, listen, this is spectacular.
Actually, you're wrong. She has fake titties and she has a liposuction on her belly. But you're good, brother. I see the spirit. I got you, fantastic.
Okay. Now, when y'all sisters of the darker variety claim that black men don't like dark-skinned women, no, he just don't like you. Because I promise you, every man, black, white, dark, light, straight, even gay, all right, is looking at this and like, God damn. All right, you hear me? So can we stop the colorism talks?
Here you go.
Put that timer back. Put that timer back.
Here you go. The timer is back. You guys go ahead.
It's time to
Bro, you are walking contradiction. You just said specifically that the wording of what you say matters, and you just got done by saying coolly saying single mothers are recreation use only. Now you are saying colorism doesn't exist. You didn't add the context of in America or in this or etc. You're just saying, hey, colorism doesn't exist and colorism isn't real. Are you conceding to the point that it exists outside the United States?
Outside of the United States, yes. That's not my argument. I'm pretty sure I said in the video, American.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on. Let's just be clear. I did say American black women in the video, correct?
Yeah. No, I'm clarifying your point. I'm clarifying your points.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
you're saying even in America that it doesn't exist.
Yes, colorism does not exist for
Okay,
black
now
women
can you
in
give your
America.
intro opening and then we can get started? Let's go.
Okay, so the reason why colorism doesn't exist in America for black women is, for one, again, they're the majority of black people. Darker people are the majority of black people, right? Black women, they get the jobs, they're the nurses, they're the this, they do that, they're in the majority. When black women talk about colorism, dark-skinned black women talk about colorism, it's more so their selection in the dating and mating market, right? And it's mostly used by unattractive dark-skinned women to excuse their lack of success in getting the men that they want. So the problem is people don't understand that there's a conflation, a purposeful conflation and misdirection when dark-skinned black women, American black women, say colorism. They're not talking about a caste system from a political standpoint, because you can't. There's a dark-skinned black woman that's Supreme Court justice. There are dark-skinned black women that are mayors. There are dark-skinned black women that are, in high-level positions, and they're not enough of the lighter people for them to be put down. Okay, this isn't like I know what you're talking about. South America, Central America, Caribbean, even European, right? That's what I'm telling you. So it changes when we get here, because American black women use it as a dating success or attractive scale pretty much exclusively.
Okay, so your perspective, your position is that here in America is not really something that exists, especially something that's not going to take away from your jobs, take away from your advances in life, etc. And do you also agree or disagree that it's going to take away from men not liking you?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. Yes, I'm saying it does not here. It doesn't. My point is here. It does not.
Okay, got you. Yeah, but
go ahead. The other side, hold on. And the other side of it is, see, you forgot about the whole other side.
No,
brother.
go ahead. I want you to make all your lay everything down.
The whole other side of it, brother. I'm just talking about the women. Now we got to talk about, what I'm saying, brothers like myself.
No, we can talk about the women right now. You don't think that they don't have terms like red bone for a reason? You don't think that they have terms like light skin, etc., light skin baddie, all these other different terms when it comes to a woman that has a lighter complexion versus a dark skinned woman?
Yeah, it's just it's a feature. Just like she got a fat ass, she got big titties, she got a pretty face. She, you know what I mean? Name
me a term for a dark skinned woman that's like, oh, I want dark skinned women. Oh, that.
Chocolate. Oh God. You forget, brother. I keep telling you, brother. This is the
chocolate goes for anything, bro. Hold on.
The dark skin delegation, brother.
The dark skin delegation is crazy. So you don't think that red bone, oh yeah, I got a red bone, or I got a light skin baddie, or all these other terms are more what's the word I'm looking for? What they convince people more that hey, light skins definitely are preferred when in society.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. And that's something that is a ploy by dark-skinned women to make it seem like light-skinned women get a pass because of that feature. No, men have features that they like. Just like you say, hey man, she thick.
You don't think that men like light skin?
No, I'm not. What I'm telling you is this: it's overblown. It's overblown. There's clearly too many dark-skinned women here for the attention that light-skinned women get, and not enough for them to go around. Again, for more than likely unattractive dark-skinned women to make an excuse. The whole, oh, you only want her because she light-skinned. This woman has never said that. The woman we showed in my picture, she's never said that. At least not in her adult life as we see her here. Okay.
Okay.
But
so why?
my
bad.
Go ahead.
No. So my question to you then would be, why are so many men swiping left on black women then?
Say again.
Why are so many men swiping left on black women when it's only about their looks? It's not about their personality. It's not about anything else besides when you see on your Tinder profile, Bumble profile, etc. You swiping right. Oh, black women left. How would it not be a symbol of racism or colorism?
Well, I can ask you a question for that, for the same, I guess, with why do they do it to Asian men? Why do women do the same thing to Asian men?
Because they probably like Asian men.
And short men.
Because you can't tell if someone's short in the photo.
Well, your height's on there. You have to tell them the photo. It asks you your height, and it has your height on there.
No, not on Tinder. No.
Nigga, you crazy. You want to bet money? You want to bet 1,000 right now?
So it shows your height on Tinder?
Yes, it does.
Bruh, nah, I don't think so.
Unless you purposely don't put it in there. But either way, we can move past that, right? So again, it's another feature, brother. There's the reason why it's certain features that certain people are attracted to. Like black men are attracted to more fuller bodies and heavier women naturally, right? So that's what I'm saying. So it's not a racism thing or colorism situation because a white man, Asian man, Hispanic man does not like a black woman. And then, like you said yourself, now, if you were able to show me any type of data that supported the light-skinned women were getting way better success, you have an argument, but you don't because it's across the board. Whether they light, brown, or dark, these other races of men are not dealing with black women.
But hold on, because this is your argument falls apart when the fact that some of these women look just like Hispanic women. Some of these women just look like just Asian women, just darker, just a darker complexion. So if you was to say, hey, all of the Asian women, they are liking all the Asian women, even the ones that look darker skinned, then I would understand your point. But they're not liking black women in general when it comes to the context of dating apps.
Okay, and again, that doesn't support your point. That wouldn't be that would be more of a racism situation than colorism. Because again, in the colorism argument, this is about the darker women, right, not being chosen because they're darker, or the darker women being put down. You're not even just talking about. You're talking about so let me make sure. This is my first. So you're talking about the same standard for other countries too that black women have to go through?
What do you mean? Rephrase that question.
So as far as like politically, they're held back. They're not hired. They're like second-class citizens because of their skin tone here in America.
No, I'm granting all that. I'm just talking about specifically for the dating and relationships.
So for the dating aspect, still even with the dating aspect, no, that would be a racism argument, not a colorism argument. Because again, all the women of all shades of the same race.
I feel like it's a cop out.
It's factual. I mean, that's what you're saying. Like you're saying, as much as you say, I hadn't seen too many women that look like Asian women, brother. I hadn't seen many black women that look like Asian women. And if you had to give me a percentage, I'm pretty sure yours would be less than 5.
Have you been to Asia? Have you been to all these different countries? There are darker skin. Hold on. There's literally darker skin versions of everything, right? So if you go to Brazil, they have a darker complexion than some other Brazilians, and they are getting treated more poorly than the ones that are lighter. This is just fact for literally everywhere.
I'm not refuting that. Again, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say, if you're talking outside the United States of America, that argument stands. I'm not arguing that. I'm specifically talking about American women. And again, brother, no, there aren't darker. Hold on. There aren't darker versions of everything, brother. There aren't darker versions of everything because
yes, it is. Name one.
Switzerland, Swiss people, Dutch people.
Yes, it is.
Irish people.
Yes, it is. We can
the white.
I don't want to use my Google thing yet because we still got one more thing. I don't want to use my Google thing yet. But there's darker versions of everything, bro. What are you talking about? The sunlight is going to affect you wherever you go. Genetics is going to affect you wherever you go. What are you talking about, bro? Are you serious?
No. But that's why I'm telling you. So that's why I'm saying specific nationalities. So if we were talking Europeans, of course, Italians have a much darker hue compared to people that's Nordic, right? So Italian people and people that are Mediterranean have a naturally darker hue, and they get darker than people that are like Nordic, Sweden.
No, I get that. I understand that
that's
perspective.
what I'm saying. So there's no there's no equivalent. So that's what I'm telling you. You're not going to walk around and find a Swedish woman that has the tone at her darkest of the Italian person, or the
yes, you would. What are you talking about, bro?
No.
But I might use my Google.
So
what
am I even doing that? Hold on. So tell me, where's the dark white person,
bro? The
I ain't seen
person.
too many dark white people, brother.
Okay, you never seen any Hispanics? You haven't seen any. Hold on. No. I'm just going down the list. So in Asia, right? Asia as a continent, right?
Yeah, you got Thai. You got what's name? Yeah, I know you got Thai.
Okay,
got,
so let's just say Thai. Yeah. The first one that came to your mind.
Laos. Yeah.
Is there light ties and is there dark ties?
Yes, there are.
Okay, let's go to the next one. What's the next?
Okay,
name the next.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. So if you're talking about people that naturally have a darker hue to their skin, I'm not. But that's why I said, just like you said, the absolutes, brother. I can give you an example where it's not that. In Europe, you're going to find a situation where there aren't darker people there. Even here in America, bro, there aren't dark white people like that. Most white people, like I said, can you find a few that tan really, really good? And we know that that's a melting pot. They mix with a whole some old other shit. But if you go to the Nordic countries and you stick to places where it's cold like all the time or whatever, even at their darkest, those people are still going to be light. They're not going to be quote unquote dark. That's
okay,
argument.
no, I hear your argument. So you're basically saying, just to clarify, so I can understand very clearly, that you're saying a few people that is, let's say Thai, for example, their darkest version is not going to be darker than the darkest version of Nigeria.
Obviously, yeah.
Okay, got you. Well, then, yeah, duh, because that's just obvious. But my point is,
but still, there's a person that's going to be across the board. They're going to be considered light, no matter how dark they get. So the lightest, the darkest person from Sweden or darkest person from Germany, right? The darkest person you're going to get from there, okay, without intentional like tanning. Like if you get a tanning band, of course, you win, right?
What percentage of people tan? Hold on, what percentage of people tan?
Not a lot, I'd imagine.
59%.
Can't be
59%. 59. You want the source or 52%? My bad. 52%.
Yeah, that can't be right. That can't be right because the majority of people here are.
So if I give you the source and you see the source, you have to concede your whole shit, or what? How does that work?
Well, it would depend on what the source. Because I'll be willing to bet that because there's no way you're going to get the source for it globally. Because we're talking global.
I was talking about. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I know. I know this for a fact because Africa, motherfucker, is a lot of people. We pick up a lot of people. The majority of people in the world are melanated, brother. So that's why I'm saying that can't be proper. That can't be a global situation.
63%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over half of the people in the world are melanated, brother. They have some type of hue to them. So that's how I know that it can't be accurate. It's an American stat. So that's what I'm telling you. Most people don't tan, so that's what I'm saying. Outside of a tanning bed, just natural sunlight and exposure to the sun, you go to certain regions of it where even the sun doesn't shine as bright or shine as long. Those people are going to be lighter even at their darkest. That's what I'm saying. So there are some white people that there is no dark. That's my argument to what you're talking about.
Okay, so let's back up. So that's what I was about to say. So back it up just a little bit. You're basically saying you're gonna stand and die on this hill that in America, colorism does not exist when it comes to dating, relationships, and prefers between men and women when it comes to your color, your skin, your tone, the lightness of it. I want that to be clear.
You know how I know?
Okay, I want that to be clear. All right, stand on that hill. Let's go. Let's talk about it. We got 6 minutes left.
Again,
all right, let's get
how I know? Because again, brother, I'm a card carrying fucking member and fucking founder of the dark skin delegation, my nigga. Okay, I am a man. Okay, so a woman who has way easier access to sex and relationship success.
Women. Let's get it.
Thank you. So if I, as a man, okay, a dark skinned man, clearly am having success with getting the women that I want, and I'm nothing near no GQ model. Okay, I'm not a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no fucking magazine ready nigga, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm able to have my success with attractive women, be they dark, brown, light, whatever, so on and so forth. My existence kills the motherfucking dark-skinned women's argument because they have it way more easier because they got a fucking pussy and titties and an ass.
Oh my God, this is a trash argument. And here's why. You don't have nothing to compare it to. You don't have nothing to compare it to. You don't have another version of you that's lighter skin that has your same exact same exact charisma, same exact height, same exact style, etc. You don't have nothing to compare it to. That's a trash argument, bro. What are you talking about?
Hold up. So I'm not following your argument. So
okay, your argument is this. I'm gonna put down your argument. Your argument is I have success, therefore it doesn't exist. My counter rebuttal is you don't have nothing to compare it to. You don't have another version of yourself that's lighter complexion to say, hey, Mr. Fantastic, he wants to get, I don't know, 10 girls this week, and let's see how hard it is to get 10 girls. And then the other version of yourself that's a lighter skin complexion, he wants to get 10 girls. Let's see how hard it is or easy it is to get 10 girls. You don't have the comparison to compare it to because you can't even make that argument.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have to have a direct. I don't have to have a light-skinned twin brother to prove my point. Because
yes, you do.
There's no, I don't.
Yeah, you
no,
do.
No, I don't. That's like saying I have to. So hold on. That's like if we were comparing strength or jumping ability and so on and so forth. Everything doesn't have to be exactly the same to do a survey or a test, right? To experiment. My bad. To conduct the experiment, you don't have to have the exact same things. What I'm telling you is this, right? The fact of the matter that men that match the characteristics and have a whole lot harder time because they are simply men, and you can have success, right? Right? That kills the argument of women that say, oh, I'm not getting any success in the dating and mating market simply because of my skin tone, when you have your counterpart being men doing the same thing. They're being successful. So it doesn't have to be a man-to-man. It wouldn't even be a man-to-man comparison. That's what I'm saying. The fact of the matter that dark-skinned men can have fucking what's the name? Dark-skinned men can have success. There's no way you're going to tell me that dark-skinned women can't have success, especially when you use the example of the video that I did. Yeah. Are you turning that woman down? Are you turning that woman down because she's dark-skinned?
No.
Do you think the majority of men are going to turn that woman down because she's dark-skinned?
I think more will turn them down. I think a percentage will, but most won't. That's what
most won't. So even we say 51-49, you're still, and that's my point. The attractiveness matters more so than the skin tone. Black women use it a cop out to say, oh, it's my skin tone, so they don't like me. No, you don't have the facial features, you don't have the body structure, you don't have something else. It has nothing to do with your skin tone.
You saying it matters, it's just minimal.
What?
You saying that it matters, it's just minimal.
You saying the skin tone?
Yes. You saying that the skin tone matters, it's just minimal.
No, I'm saying the skin tone doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it does not matter. You have the most, again, the majority of American black people are darker skin, bro. Or darker skin.
Majority of American are darker skin?
Yeah, yes.
I thought majority of Americans is white.
Well, black Americans, brother. My bad. Let me correct my speech. The majority of African Americans are darker skin, brother.
Than white Americans, yes.
Huh?
You're comparing it to white Americans, or you comparing them to? What are you comparing them to?
Us, just our group alone, just black people, black Americans, period. So the majority of us are darker, okay? Being like brown or dark, right? So like your complexion or darker is most black Americans. Do you agree?
I haven't even thought of that. I would have to say, okay, cool. I was just granted.
Yes. The natural thing about melanin is just that, melanin. Lighter people have lesser melanin, right? And that's not an abnormality, but it's not common. So again, the problem is, there's not enough of those people there. They don't get the majority of success in the fucking relationship or in relationships or the lion's share of it because they're the minority. And then you can go out and you can literally see with the eye test the amount of dark-skinned women that are out here that are married, that are in relationships, that have kids and children that, men clearly find attractive.
Mr. Fantastic, when have you ever heard a person say, you look good for a light-skinned woman?
Never
Got
heard
him. Thank you. That's the rest
of
my case.
Well, hold on. So let me tell you this. I've never heard someone say in real time, in real life, other than a dark-skinned black woman, you look good for a dark-skinned woman.
Never heard that online? You never saw that online? Never saw that in videos?
Nope. Only time I've ever heard that said was a black woman claiming it was said to her, and I've never seen it done in real time. And usually the black woman that claims she had it said to her was not that attractive for the most part. Okay.
So but you did hold on. You did hear it from a woman, but you never heard it from a woman.
Yeah. I can't take her word for it when again that is the cop out that they use, and that is the excuse that they use for their lack of success. This woman right here, she's never again, man, no.
I've heard it multiple times from a dark skin perspective, never from the light skin perspective. I've never ever heard someone say you look good for a light skinned woman. I've heard multiple times.
So hold on, let me ask you. You brought up a great point. So you brought up a great point earlier, right? So red bone is a term, right?
Yep.
Have you ever heard a man say, "Damn, you a badass red bone"?
Yes.
That's the same thing, brother.
No, it's not. That's not the same thing. No,
hold on. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The only difference is the structure of it. Why is he's making? Hold on, brother. I'm an expert at this.
I'm listening. I'm listening, bro.
I'm on both sides. Listen. I'm telling you. So the only difference is the structure of it. Okay, you're still acknowledging the most important part: her skin tone and you know what I mean, her color. It's just a different way.
No. Because if you make the claim that says, "Hey, you look good for a dark-skinned woman," that's implying that most dark-skinned women don't look good. If you're saying specifically, "Oh, you look good, Redbone," or whatever, say the thing that you said.
Badass Redbone.
I'm a bad bitch.
You the baddest Redbone.
It was a very promising Shadow Realm before y'all started the Shadow Realm, and then you guys hug each other a lot. So we're going to leave it at that. To activate the second Shadow Realm, $200 inside of the time. We're not going to stay all night, so inside of the time to activate the Shadow Realm, $200. You can ask questions to the panelists by insert $20. Black Dawn is banned from asking questions. He thinks it's funny. Okay. To replace Shiki as moderator, $150. But Shiki can still engage and ask questions from the chat. He just doesn't have a say on the voting. Okay. I'm going to go back to the regular clock. We have a little bit of time to still go. 15 minutes to go. Added on this type of your colorism. Moderators in 5 minutes. I'll let you ask a couple of questions if you want to intervene, and you guys can actually stop them. Okay, you don't have to be as spectators. You can actually make sure that you control the tempo and actually intervene. So 400 people watching on the both platforms, please like the video, support the content creators, like there and follow their channels when I follow. Okay, we need 8 members on the Untouchable side, so if you guys could be nice, 8 members, so we can get to our goals today. I'm going to start the clock again.
It's time to
You guys have it. Go ahead.
All right, so we got 5 more minutes left. So let me turn this up a little bit. You don't think that men are saying, "Hey, damn, I prefer probably light-skinned women over darker-skinned women," giving everything else the same, body the same, weight the same, height the same, etc.
Of course we do.
Bro, all right. Then what the fuck?
So hold on. The problem is I can counter that with anything. There are men that also say the same thing about dark-skinned women. Hey, I prefer a dark-skinned woman. Everything's the same and so on and so forth. I want a dark-skinned woman. It's men that say the same thing about, again, you guys, you get caught up in the illusion of it being the truth, because again, it's just something that dark-skinned women complain about. Fat women don't really even complain about dudes not picking them because they fat as much as dark-skinned women complain about colorism. Men do the same thing about weight. Men do the same thing about height. Men do the same thing about ass size. Men do the same thing about titty size. Men do the thing. Some men do the shit about face. You know, it's some of us brothers out here. Most niggas like, hey man, that ass though niggas exist, brother. It's some niggas that do it with feet.
Yeah.
So again, all I'm simply saying is pick whatever you want to pick. And there's a man that's out there that's going to say, hey, I prefer this over this. The problem is you just made my wonderful point, brother, and I greatly appreciate you. It is a preference. It is a preference that, again, most men do not have. Most black men do not prefer light-skinned women simply because it's not enough of them to go around.
Hold on. So now you got a new claim popping up. So this what ties it back to the original thing, which is colorism. I think preference and colorism, they are literally hand in hand. They might not be one for one, they're literally hand in hand. Okay, so if majority of men say, hey, I prefer light-skinned women, then it would defeat your argument, correct? Because you.
But I'm saying that they don't.
It would. Okay, I just want to clarify. Yeah,
you're right. Yes. Okay. If the majority of men say, if the majority of black men say, "Hey, I want me a red bone, man," yeah, you would be right. But
okay, So
They don't.
yeah, I don't know how I would display that. There's no way to to display that. But from my anecdotal experience, I don't know if we can add anecdotes here. I don't think most men that I've seen when it comes to dating relationship, talking about dating relationship, stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. No Diddy. No Diddy. Don't even make that face. I'm talking about when it comes to conversations, bro, and my public interviews,
I'm
etc.
just trying to see where you're going because
Okay, yeah. So
where
what
you
I'm going
from?
is
Where you from?
I have anecdotal evidence, but my anecdotal evidence
And
is
I'll
so.
accept it. I'll accept your anecdote. I'm not even going to argue it. I'm not going to argue, but I'm going to add what I need. Just need a little bit. Where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, but I've traveled to Miami, Texas, etc.
So you from Georgia?
From Miami and Georgia, yes.
No, so where you grow up at?
Both, but mainly I'm in Atlanta. All right, but that's not the point. Hold on, I want to be clear. That's not the point. Hold on, I want to be clear. That's not the point.
No, but it's a big part of the point. But go ahead.
Okay, how would that be the point?
Well, it's a big part of it. I'm not saying it's the main point, but go ahead. I'll just talk after you then.
Okay, so what I'm saying is the dudes that I spoke to about different things that we prefer is mostly when it comes to black women is light-skinned black women. Period. Now, I agree 100% if it's a light-skinned black woman with no body versus a darker-skinned black woman that has a hella body, they probably choose that person 100%. But hold on. But giving apples to apples, they would prefer the one that's light-skinned. Most dudes would prefer. I can't say the N-word. So most dudes would prefer the light-skinned
Yes,
person.
you can.
Oh, I can? Oh, fuck it. I'm about to speak how I speak then.
Wait,
so
what?
yeah, most niggas would prefer the light-skinned bitch, bro. Like, what are we talking about right now? I don't even understand the argument that you're making. I do get what you're saying that maybe it's louder than what we seem it to be. But and I can grant that, I can see to that, whatever word you want to use that makes you sleep at night. But if that helps you sleep at night, Mr. Fantastic, go ahead.
Listen, I love the word concession in debates. Let me hop in here. So brother, I am from Macon, Georgia. Just like yourself, I'm from Georgia, brother. The South, as we motherfucking call it, with an F. Okay. So here is going to be, and it's going to sound a whole lot louder because a lot of the women that's going to perpetuate colorism are women from the South because again, you know, the biggest population, the largest population of black people are in the South, right? The southern region. Most of us live here. Yeah. And you know, you're going to be darker here, you get more sun and all these different things, and you're going to have what? Because you have more women, you're going to have all of both sides. You're going to have more attractive women, you're going to have more unattractive women. So what you have happen is, right? And especially like you said, being it's a rarity, dark skin, mostly unattractive dark skinned women magnify the message of the 1 and 2 dark skinned dudes or black men period that say, hey, I like them red bones. That's what I want. And the problem is, brother, I anecdotally, again, I accept you made an anecdotal, and I'm accepting your premise of who we talking from. I know for a fact, brother, that if you know more dark-skinned women in relationships and dealing with niggas than light-skinned women. I know that for a fact. Even in Atlanta. All right.
Bruh.
In Atlanta, ain't too many niggas like that in Miami no more. But even here, bro, I live in Jacksonville. Okay. These dark-skinned chicks, they all baby. Well, I ain't gonna say they all. A lot of them have children. Okay, they were chosen to some degree.
So that's your metric for
no.
Niggas want them.
It's not my metric. It's not my metric, but it's what I'm saying. So if dark-skinned women were so unattractive and so undesirable, why would you put a baby in them at all? You feel what I'm saying?
You probably a dumbass nigga. You want to skeet in the bitch? Like, what do you mean?
Okay, what? Yeah, I feel you, but that's what I'm saying. It's some niggas got limits, bro.
And you probably can't get the light-skinned women because they're more attractive to a majority of men, so it's harder to get them.
See now you saying now you making a colorist argument because you're saying
I am.
You said,
this is a debate about colorism.
Now I never said hold on. Now even though I'm arguing against colorism existing, you just said the light-skinned women are more attractive, brother. So you kind of telling on yourself.
No, I'm not telling on myself. I actually never mind. I didn't want to say that because that was gonna be crazy. What I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is gonna be crazier than what you even applying. But go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is simply it's a preference that again only black men are shamed into. If you say if you like anything, especially a light-skinned woman, you want a light-skinned woman because you can't get a white one. I've heard all the stuff you're saying in favor of colorism existing. I've heard the counter to that that's being said to dark-skinned black men because he likes light-skinned women. Oh, you just want her because she light-skinned. Oh, you really want light-skinned women because you want white women, you can't get one. Your ass ugly anyway. You don't like your mama. You must think your mama ugly, brother. I've heard it all. I'm a
but
dark-skinned
it's fantastic. This is a contradiction and here's why. Because if the darker-skinned women did not have that problem to begin with, they wouldn't report that problem or show signs of that problem. So I don't understand this argument. So, for example, if majority of men prefer darker skinned women and they went after them, they liked them, they loved them, even if when a comparative to the light skinned versions of themselves, then if they didn't have those problems, they wouldn't say the things that you're saying. That doesn't make sense.
Well, so women don't lie.
Oh my God.
Moving
the goalposts.
Moving
the goalposts. But yes, women do lie. Yes, women do
all
lie.
right then. All right then. And I'm telling you, that's my point. Dark-skinned black women are lying. Mostly the unattractive ones saying that they cannot get picked because of their skin tone.
So then why aren't the light-skinned women lying and saying, hey, I can't get picked because of my skin tone?
Because they don't have a reason to lie or complain about anything. They're literally second-class citizens. You really want to talk and get into it. Light-skinned women cannot celebrate them. Hold on, wait. I can answer the question. Wait, light-skinned women are really the fucking the victims of the shit because they got light-skinned guilt. They can't celebrate themselves. They can't say I'm fine. They can't say anything positive about themselves because what you know they're gonna hear? Oh, bitch, you think you bad because you light-skinned. Oh, you think you special because you light-skinned. Light-skinned fucking women, light-skinned black women are like the most attacked fucking women like out, bro. Clearly, deal with the most bullshit. They can't like themselves. Dark-skinned black men can't like them. Nobody can really like them. It's on the soul without it being a problem because now they're fucking guilted into and they're shamed into some shit they can't help. That's the truth.
So if well, go ahead. Somebody was about to keep going.
Yeah, Thomas and Jada had the question. Red pill, you too? Okay, so let's go. Tom, oh, you too, Cheeky? Everybody? Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Thomas, Cheeky, Red pill, and Jada because Jada started the last one. Thomas, Cheeky, Red pill, and Jada. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna move the colorism away from relationships because I tend to be more preference. So let's go to the beauty industry.
But colorism is preference. Hold on. Stop. Colorism is preference.
Yeah, but I understand. But I just want to take away from relationships because relationships could be subjective. You got people.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify that.
All right, fair enough. So let's go to the beauty industry. What are your thoughts about? Is there an existence of colorism or no colorism in the beauty industry? Like models for not just models, but like models for like Revlon and all that stuff you see on TV.
I would say absolutely.
You think
I would say they definitely aiming for like the light brown golden color. The real pale women they are tanning. The real dark skinned women they are using the lighten products from what I'm reading, from what I'm seeing on this paper right here.
Okay, so I would argue actually if there was colorism, it would be in favor of the darker people when it comes to we're talking African American women. So of course, we're not talking about white, we're talking about African American specifically. Okay, so now the more people are hiring the darker women. I can't tell you the last time I seen a light skinned model for the most part. All the models I see on any and everything are dark. I don't see name me a famous light skinned model right now. I can name you a couple of dark ones, like i.e. the woman we just had there. The woman we had just walking down the runway. I see a lot more darker women, and even if you stretch it out, to be honest with you, even now globally, the darker women are getting more roles, and they're being bigger in fashion, and they're being bigger in the beauty industry. So no, if you're talking going back, maybe I would say the 80s, possibly Vanessa Williams and Vanity and stuff like that. But then, like you said, from the 90s on, you got Kenya Moore. You got what's the most like one of the most beautiful women, Iman. What was the Naomi Campbell? So that's what I'm saying. I can give you much more darker women from like I'll say the 90s on that have been the face of the beauty industry for black women more so than light-skinned women.
The only thing I'll push back on that is quite simply sometimes they push for things that's not the norm that they actually want to be the norm, or sometimes they push for something to be something when it's not that something.
Yeah, but you would have to. But your original argument was that they were being, I guess, looked at or picked secondly. When I gave you proof.
I was talking about dating and relationships. He's talking about in modeling and
okay, but yeah, the preference thing is still. But okay, do you have another question, or was it the next person? Thomas have another question. Was he done with the question?
Yeah,
did we answer your question?
Yeah.
Did we answer it?
Did we answer it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Y'all answered. So it seems to me, they've been making a lot of beauty, makeup products specifically for more darker skin woman. Do you think that's a result from the years of could have been complaints about colorism, or they just wanted, what's your thoughts on that? Would colorism played a factor in them making makeups and targeted specifically to darker colored women? Do you think that was or not an issue related to colorism?
Well, hold on real quick. Just to clarify, when you say they're making more products for dark skinned women, are you saying specifically to enhance their beauty or to change their skin complexion? What do you mean? Just the makeup? Or are you talking about the skin whitening? What are you talking about?
Makeup, yeah, like makeup, like eyeliner. It's just the beauty products simply for dark skinned women. Now, my guess is, of course, everything's supposed to enhance your beauty when you put it on. So I think in the general, yeah, but just the pinpoint that those lines over the past few years was targeting specifically for darker skinned women. Do you think, y'all, ask both of y'all, was it colorism involved in that, or was it not?
No, I just think it's just people that wasn't representative. Like they didn't have representation. Probably wasn't no one niching down on them to give them those type of products. I don't think it's necessarily colorism.
Yeah, see, so thank you. The same thing, and that's what I was gonna say. We definitely agree here. I think because now it's Rihanna, right? Rihanna has did that.
The Fenty,
yeah. So I think is that it just wasn't a person that focused on it, and then also that would have the market. So black women would complain before, and I actually heard them say this before Fenty, it would be off, right? So you would have white women or people that are non-black trying to match the tones and all these different things. But once Rihanna did it, I guess, because she's a darker woman, she did it, quote unquote, the right way. So I think it was more of a marketing and supply and demand, or not even supply and demand, an understanding of the product issue than colorism issue.
Yeah, I agree. I agree now.
Chigi?
Yep. So my question is for a fantastic. If colorism exists outside of the United States, what stops it from existing within the United States?
Well, what stops it from existing within is because there aren't any political holdbacks. There aren't any second-class citizens. There, and it isn't overall within our own race. So a big part of colorism in other races and other countries, cultures, is that everybody has the idea that light is right. Right. Well, of course, even the fact of the matter we having the colorism argument is because you're saying, no, they're not better than us. It's an agreed upon standard in these other countries that in the dark skinned people have to accept it, that, hey, these lighter people are better than us. And pretty much we're getting treated worse because we are darker. That the whole point of in America is you flip it on the top, like, them motherfucking light skinned niggas ain't better than me. Fuck out of here. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Even the ideology and the understanding of it and the refusal of darker people to accept that ideology would refute the point of why I say it doesn't exist here in America like it does everywhere else.
Follow-up question. What percentage of women would choose a dark-skinned man over a light-skinned man?
I'm a dark-skinned man make up the majority of people, so I would have to say the majority of women, at least 51%.
Okay, then now let me ask the opposite question. What percentage of men would choose the dark-skinned woman over the light-skinned woman?
The same, 51%, because it's way more dark.
I see now where we had to disconnect, because I definitely disagree. But yeah, I just want to ask that question.
But the problem with it is that, and like you said, you being in both of us being in the South, actually the same two states, so we're just in different places. I'm from Macon, you from Atlanta, you go to Miami, I live in Jacksonville, right? So what I'm telling you is, if we were to go out both today or tomorrow, right? It's late now, and we were to fucking just have our phone out recording, I promise you see more dark-skinned women out. First and foremost, just in numbers, and then the number of dark-skinned women with men versus the number of light-skinned women with men. Because again, like I said, we're the vast majority. If I had to say a percentage of light-skinned people and then everybody else, right, brown, dark, or whatever, I would say light-skinned people might make up like 25% of black people. Was that too low, too high? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I've never even thought of it, to be honest. But so I just have to grant the 25%.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, and that's what I'm telling you. So it's just not enough for the numbers for it to be a demand, and then that number of people to even deal with it the way that people try to make it like it seems. Light-skinned women are, especially we talking like red bones, like light freckles and shit, right? Those women are super duper rare. And then too, like you said, most of the time when a man saying this, they ain't just picking and black women love making this. Oh, it's just because he likes it. No, the bitch is bad. She's fucking beautiful. She's fucking outstanding. She just happens to be lighter. If you made her darker, niggas still gonna go. Niggas not gonna be like, I don't want that bitch now. She dark. No, niggas, that's a bad bitch.
Well, I would agree, but with a slight atrophy. I would just say yes, but they still would make those comments of you look good for a dark skinned woman.
And all I need is for a yes, brother, is a win.
No, and I put a little atrophy on that motherfucker. No. Put a little atrophy because colorism definitely exists. It's crazy to me that hold on. I want to be clear because most of your arguments was trash. I gotta be honest. And then you had like two good ones. And here's why: most of them was like adjacent to something that was different. If we was to compare apples to apples, that's why I asked you very specific questions of saying apples, one woman that's an 8, everything about her is the exact same on this woman. She just has lighter complexion. You said that they would still choose the one that's darker.
The majority of men would still.
And yeah, I wholeheartedly disagree.
If everything is everything, everything's the same.
Yeah.
Most men prefer darker women than light. It just is what it is. And like I said, we have to, since we've made it anecdotal, we have to look at the anecdotal makeup. And like you said, you accepting the premise that, hey, at most 25% of women are light skinned. So if only 25% of women are light skinned, that means, it's that's 75% of the dudes can't even deal with that or really have a desire for it because it's just so rare and they don't come across it like that. That's what I'm telling you. And I'm not saying it's super duper rare, but like I said, I would say out of every black woman, that would be 2 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, you know what I'm saying? That'd be 2.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. The numbers actually don't matter. What matters is if we was to take, I don't know, we can go to Atlanta or whatever, Miami, etc., Thailand, because that's where I lived the past 2 years. And we took 100 men or 1,000 men, and we was to put one picture and another picture, and one was just lighter and one was just darker. I think majority would choose the lighter version. In attraction.
Now we're talking globally.
Okay. Let me reframe my. I'm sorry. Let me reframe my thing. America specifically.
Yeah, American black men. No, they're going to choose it's going to be the chocolate chick, bro. It's going to be.
I gotta find some studies for that. But go ahead.
So friends, on the votes, we have 90 votes. We need 10 more votes. Okay, so please vote so we can close this poll and go to the next one. The likes are for free. There's 380 people watching the show on multiple platforms. Please like the video. The likes are for free. The morning show was sabotaged. Please, we need 8 members. Become a member. We need 8 members today because the show in the morning was crashed. Okay. If you want to replace Cheeky, $150 so you can get on the main tree. If you want to activate the second shadow realm, it's going to be $200. Okay. Cheeky, any follow-up question? Because they kind of diverge of your question. So any follow-up question to the first one? You got it. We have time.
Yeah. So I guess my second question, still pertaining to like the colorism in the U.S. If migrants and different people from the other parts of the world also consist of the U.S., how do you account for that part as well?
That's a question for me.
Yeah, sure. It's a continuation of that.
So that's what I'm saying. And like I said, my argument was for exclusively to, and that's why I said it in the video, American black women and just American black people in general. I understand, and I've already conceded to the point of that it exists in Central and South America. So Mexico and those things, it exists. Go ahead.
So it's more so like, for example, for the US, right? We still have those same people that are of other countries and cultures, and they come to the US, right? Do they bring their colorism with them, or are you saying that they're not at a high enough percentage for it to matter? Like what?
Well, no. Well, if they bring their colorism with them, it's still within their it's within their culture. It's within their group. So,
but you wouldn't account that to the US,
huh?
You wouldn't account that to the US.
What do you mean?
Like if let's say somebody's from Sri Lanka, but they move to the US and they bring the colorism with them to the US. Does that should that count for colorism within the US, or should that just still be?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's a cultural thing. It's something that exists.
Okay, I got you. The US I think I get what you're saying. I got you.
The US didn't cause it. It's something that's predetermined or you know what I mean, talk to them and those things.
Okay, yeah. That was it. That was the only question I had.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Fatty.
Jada had a question.
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
we have Red Pill and Jada. Let Jada for last because Jada went first. Okay, not podcast. Red Pill Ranger said ladies first, so ladies are going to go last right now because feminism and equality 2024. Jada, go ahead, Red Pill. You got this.
Okay. So at first it started off kind of like we was arguing two arguments. Let me see. The colorism exists in general. Then it went to does colorism exist in the dating market for Black women. So that's the one we going with, right?
Yeah. The argument that we're talking about colorism is Black women's definition of colorism, and my argument is that it doesn't exist because of the way they apply it.
And now I was gonna ask because I don't know if you ever said what is Black woman's definition of colorism.
Okay, so a Black woman's definition of colorism is her inability. Well, not inability. I won't say inability. So, Black woman's definition of colorism is she's not being picked for romantic, relationships or the men that she wants simply because of her skin tone. She has a darker skin tone. So, Black men mainly, but other men too, or whatever, outside, I guess, are not picking them because they're dark skinned. That's the argument.
Okay, so. I kept hearing the word preference and colorism.
Yeah, I was saying preference.
Do y'all agree or disagree? Is preference and colorism the same? Because preference usually often come from a place of positivity, and colorism is form of prejudice and discrimination.
Do you prefer a fat bitch?
One second. I know you're not accustomed to Red Pill, so it's fine. Less statements, more questions, okay?
Okay.
It's fine. Go ahead.
All right. So, do y'all think preference and colorism is the same?
It's not. Obviously, it's not the same, but it's definitely correlated. For you to say that it's real quick, fast.
We agree that they're similar. They're not the same, but they tie into each other. So they're a part of each other because a woman's skin tone is a feature that a man may prefer over something else, be it dark or light. So we do agree, yes, and that they're similar.
And one more question. Just because you prefer something doesn't mean you dislike the other thing.
And that's no.
Okay.
But sometimes it can. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. Nah, come on, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I'm about to cook your ass on this one. So you telling me that men out here prefer fat bitches? You telling me that men out here prefer women with 1,000 bodies, etc.? That's what you telling me, Mr. Fantastic? Why are you making that face?
So I'd agree with you. For the 1,000 bodies, I'd agree. Probably not. Most dudes don't prefer that. But do niggas prefer fat bitches? Oh, hell yeah.
No, I'm talking about fat, like fat.
Well, no. Of course, my
obese.
600
Let me
pound
say
life,
obese. Let me say obese.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So again, but if we go and you say obese, we're talking BMI standards. The majority of Black women are overweight and then obese. But hold on, Black women have the highest obese. Hold on, you brought it up, brothers. Like, no,
yeah. Do you need pictures? You need pictures for me to see you some fucking pictures?
We're just gonna go off the BMI standard. So if the majority of Black women, or not the majority of Black women, Black women, well, it really will be a majority, but either way, Black women have the highest obesity rate.
Yes.
You accept that premise, right? You know about that stat, correct?
I know about the stat.
All right.
Yes,
and Black men deal with fucking Black women at a 90+% rate, correct?
Okay. When it comes to marriage,
no. It will actually be higher. We're not talking marriage. So marriage is like 80. I think it's 87% now. Marriage, right? But we're talking just casual dating and mating. So and fuck.
You think majority of Black men are only, not gonna say only, because let's just say 90%. What you said, that's what you said. I walked it back.
Yeah.
You said they dating other Black women 90% of the time.
Yeah, at the higher rate, bro. Your marriage, your dating rate is going to be higher than your marriage rate, brother. Clearly.
No, your dating rate is probably going to be having a little bit more variety than your marriage rate.
No, it's going to be higher. Listen, I'm telling you. So hear me out.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Even if we get outside of race, right? Let's just take race away from it. You agree that the majority of the country is dating, correct?
Do I agree the majority of the country is dating? Hold on. Because I read some studies that men are actually not dating like that. But I would say majority, yes. 30%. Go ahead.
Okay, so the marriage rate of the United States now, I think is like somewhere between 55-60%.
Yep.
So do you think you think less than 60% of people are dating?
No. That wasn't my claim. That wasn't my claim. My claim was specific.
I'm analogizing it. That's what I'm trying to
Gotcha.
tell you. So more people have casual sex and just deal with each other than marry each other. You agree with that, correct?
Okay, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So when you narrow it down to race, it's going to be the same way. So if black men are marrying black women at like an 87% rate, of course they're going to be having more sex with them at a higher rate. That's what I'm saying. And dealing with them in casual relationships.
The disconnect that I'm having is maybe you confused on dating versus when it comes to marriage. When it comes to dating, the men that are actually able to date and the men that are actually able to get women, they have a variety of women. So they have maybe a black woman, a white woman, a Hispanic woman, an Asian woman, etc. But when it comes to marriage, hold on. When it comes to marriage, you can only have one.
Yeah, and I understand that. And I'm that, but you're not only conflating, but making a very, very lofty statement as to where a man that's highly successful with one race of women can have access to multiple races of women. No, because you can be extremely attractive to black women and white women not find you attractive at all, or Asian or Hispanic, or even better, you can be extremely attractive and successful with one group of women, but you don't find the other group of women attractive at all. So you have no interest in them. So you never have more than one.
To clarify your claim, you're saying that the men that are dating, the black men that are dating here in America, I want to be very specific so he doesn't miss you. That they are not only 90% of the time dating black women.
Yes, clearly, yes.
Okay,
hands down. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. Again, like you said, we can get back to that and we go to that next, right? That's a part of the next argument, the next debate. Cool, but what were we even? I don't even know what the question we was talking about.
Let's go. Redfield, do you have any question, or we can go to Jade?
Yeah.
Redfield?
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
So no, that's all. That's it.
Okay, that's perfect. So Jada, as your question, then you go to the list. We go to the last topic. We don't have a lot of $20 questions. So if you guys want to ask questions on the last 30 minutes, $20, and we will answer that. Shout out to JM for the $20 on the hamburger fund. We need still 8 members, friends. 8 members. I would appreciate that. Go ahead, JD. You got this.
Okay, Mr. Fantastic. Since you feel that this is a dark-skinned woman's fantasy feeling, that they are not chosen because of their skin color, do you feel that if dark-skinned girls were focused on more mentally and emotionally, do you feel that colorism mindset-wise would be eradicated?
Your mic is out.
I cannot hear you.
Oh, my bad. I'm muted. Ask the question one more time. She said focused on more mentally and what?
Yes. So do you feel that dark-skinned girls, like if they were focused on by their parents, community, whatever, whoever's raising them, right? Do you think that if they were focused on more mentally, emotionally, because you said that this was a black woman's fantasy, that means that's something that she must have learned in some sort of way, right? So do you feel like if they were, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. So yeah, I understand the question. So yeah, I'm not saying that it's a fantasy. I'm saying that it's more of what do you call it? Like a fairy tale, or like something that they made up to cope with and to justify not being chosen, because most of them, the women that say it, not most dark-skinned women are unattractive, but most dark-skinned women that talk about colorism are unattractive. And that is the drum and the trumpet and the bullhorn, megaphone for unattractive dark-skinned women, right? As to why they're not being chosen. That's what I'm saying. No, it's not a,
okay,
it's not a lack of
so even if we take away the word to use the word that you use, correct? Do you feel like it would then be eradicated within the way that they felt?
No, because no, it wouldn't be eradicated, because they would still have the lack of success no matter what. It's not a home problem. It's not them not being cared about. It's not them being loved. It's not them not being focused on. It's the fact of the matter that once they get out here in the real world, they cannot get the men that they desire because they're unattractive.
So you're saying it's solely just dark-skinned girls are unattractive?
No, I specifically said no, that I didn't say that.
I'm only talking about those ones, those specific ones. That's what I'm talking about.
I want to make sure that, well, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to make it clear.
Okay.
I'm not saying that dark-skinned women are the only unattractive women. I am saying vast majority of unattractive dark-skinned women, like I would say 95% or more, are the ones out here talking about colorism. That's what I'm saying.
Is there a way to fix that?
Black women have more self-esteem, more self-confidence, and just like dark-skinned black men do. That's what makes it so like ironic to me is that again, women get a total complete change as to how they're treated once they hit puberty. Do you agree? Do you agree as a woman?
Say that one more time. You said we change what?
The way that you're approached and the way that you're dealt with by boys at puberty.
I guess more sexually, yes.
Well, not just, I mean, the whole point of the idea of what a man wants a woman for, or a male wants a female for, is sex, correct? You agree with that, correct?
Yes, but you said puberty. Puberty starts in high school. I don't consider
Yeah,
those
but
men and
clearly,
women.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I know for sure it was people that were losing their virginity in their teenage years. You agree with that too, correct?
Yes, there are some people who have.
All right. So what I'm saying is the sexual desire and a man's testosterone, he'll be like ill girls or girls got cooties in elementary school and maybe some parts of middle school, like 7th grade or 6th grade, depending on, I don't know, but by high school, no boy is saying ill girls or cooties. Girls have cooties. You understand the premise?
I differ with that, but
okay.
You said there's none, but I'm just saying yeah.
Well, very, very few.
I'm a teacher, so or ex-teacher.
Okay, well, it'd be minuscule to the point of where it wouldn't matter.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you would agree. That's okay. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so my point is, since boys have a sexual desire for girls now, even if they didn't like the girl or didn't find her, whatever, the whole entire approach for them changes at puberty. A boy that's being called unattractive, being called ugly, being called whatever he's called, or so on and so forth, that does not change because now women don't have the testosterone or the drive that tells them to pursue the boy. So young black boys or dark-skinned boys, you have to go through puberty, so on and so forth, with whatever it is and so on and so forth. Your treatment doesn't change, yet and still we gain the confidence and we gain the self-esteem, regardless of what you say about me. Hey, I look damn good. Fuck you talking about? I'm ugly. Well, hell, how the hell you? If I'm ugly, your ass show ugly. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is the fact of the matter that dark-skinned black men go through a whole harsher time for longer periods because we don't have a vagina that anyone wants. That's the answer. Just do what we do.
Okay, no problem. So you did end up answering my question in the form that I was asking, so that works. Okay.
So we are going to go to the last topic, and then 15 minutes for questions from everyone, and the $20 question.
Fantastic. Stop it. Before we go to the last topic, Fatty, just like 2 minutes. Just to clarify.
We got it.
Okay, yeah. Just to clarify. No, matter of fact, keep going. Matter of fact, because I gotta find a question. I gotta find. I would have to go back and find the question.
Okay, because
it was something that we was talking about, and then the whole thing got derailed to something.
Yeah, but don't worry, because then when we're asking questions, then you guys are going to have a chance to go on the back and forth. Okay, so this is the last debate topic. Okay, the last debate topic. We are $48 in on the hamburger fund. Still need the 8 members. Last topic of the night.
It's time to do.
This is actually an interesting one. I never heard this one. So, no man is single by choice. No man is single by choice. Don J, is your time. Since Fantastic had the first time, the second time, and you had the first one, you can get the ball first. No man is single by choice. Do you agree, disagree, and why?
I absolutely agree with that statement. No one man single by choice, but I want to be clear because I'm not going to make the Cooley mistake. If you contextualize it, obviously there's probably some man that's out there that's literally having his way with all the women that he want to have, and he's a damn Brazilian, etc., etc. I'll take that exception. But generally speaking, most men are definitely single by choice. Most men cannot get women, the woman they want, I should say.
You mean or not? You mean you said are, but you meant are not?
Yeah, they are not getting
they are not single by choice.
Yeah.
I'm confused on what side he on.
He's on the side of he agrees with the statement. No,
agree with the statement.
Disagree with the statement that
choice.
no man is single by choice.
Well, most he changed it from not no to most because I feel you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because it's semantics. That's why I wanted to be
No,
clear.
I got you. I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to attack it from that thing. So we're not making an argument. Were you done?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So yeah, again, no, bro. Again, men control relationships, access to relationships, bro. And the fact of the matter that a man just isn't simply in a relationship does not mean that, you know what I mean, he's not having success or access to women. The majority of men still have access to women. You guys, well, not you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna say you guys, but people are using the 30% thing of saying that 30% of young men aren't dealing with women, right? Well, what's on the other side of that 30%? 70%. So even by that assumption or that survey that everybody keeps using to say that men aren't having success with women, men aren't having success with women, well, this is 30%. 30% is a minority last time I checked, right?
Yeah, but who's actually dealing with the woman that they actually want? And why would you still be? Hold on.
I might go ahead.
No, because that's the argument. The argument is the woman that you want. So I'm not saying that you couldn't you holding off on the 3s and 4s and the swoozies every once in a while. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the women that you actually want.
Well,
yeah, that's that. Yeah, exactly.
That's a little harder, but I can
Let's
work my
talk
magic.
about it. Let's go.
So that's a little harder to say the women that they want, but then you kind of corner yourself because I mean, don't all men want a 10, right? If all men want a 10, that means no men's having success. So you kind of destroy your argument with making that.
No, hold on. My argument was never about success. My argument is about being in a relationship. So if most men were getting the women that they would want, they would probably get in a relationship.
No, and I will argue they still don't, because most men want access to several women. Most men don't want to have a relationship with one woman. They want to have sexual access to several women and never have a relationship for the most part until they're ready. So that's my argument against your argument. Most men are single because they want to be single, because most men don't want to commit to a relationship. Most men
because they're not getting the my bad. My bad.
So most men don't want to, and most men can have access to the women that they do want, that they will, a woman that's their level. We not 2s and 3s, 4 belows. I feel you. I'm not saying the zeros. But from, let's say, the 5s and above, or the 5s and 6s, because once you hit like 7, it starts getting a little shaky. But I think most men are dealing with 5s and 6s that they want to deal with, but they don't have relationships because they're not ready for relationships.
I don't think it's not.
Go ahead.
I didn't know you were still going. I don't think it's necessarily because of that. I think it's more so because it's the women that they actually don't want. If they actually wanted these women, etc., they would be in relationships with these women. It's the women that they don't want. That's what I'm saying. So my thing is very clear, and I'm gonna stand on this and stay on this. It's nothing about success. It's nothing about anything else that you're saying. I'm talking very specifically the men that are out there that are still being single. They are not getting the women that they want.
No, and I would, and my counter is the men that are single because they want to be single and they do not want to be in a serious relationship.
So then let me ask you the question. Let me finish. Go ahead. Yep.
So especially nowadays, where we know women are more promiscuous and women are less loyal, and women leave dudes more often than men see and understand the truth, like the true nature of women. So this is why you saw a big decrease in relationships, because why the fuck am I going, buy flowers and pay for this and pay for that and so on and so forth when I know you got a kid already? So now we got to start going down the stats and working into it, right? So let's just stick to the black aspect of it.
Oh,
so if more than half, well, I'm just got to set some bases. That's what I'm saying. So if we're starting off with over half of the black women having children already, okay, it's 40% left. So for those of us that are dealing with the 40%, do they not have what they want? Yeah, they have what they want. And some of the dudes like Cooley, we're not even go back to the Cooley part. Cooley, so you can't. So clearly, some dudes are satisfied with single moms, right? So even out of the 60% that have kids, there are guys that are cool with having a single mom for whatever their reason may be. So no, it's not the fact of the matter that they don't want the women or they're not getting the women they want. It's simply that, hey, I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. I can be out here on these hoes. I'm having my way. That is most men's ideal situation until he's ready. Hey, man,
what percentage of men can do that?
What do you mean? What part?
What percentage of men are having their own way with women?
So you got. So I'm not trying to be facetious. What do you mean by own way? Are you saying multiple women? Are you saying?
I'm saying multiple women. Yes.
Well, that's a very low percentage.
Okay. So what percentage would that? Let's take you granted already that it's 30%. That's obviously can't even get women. Correct. I want that to be clear. Okay. Cool. So let's take that out. You already granted that it's low percentage. What would you say? 5, 10%?
Let's say 10.
Okay, that's 40%. So the 60% is dealing with women they actually don't want. I'm sorry, that they actually kind of want, that's kind of okay, that's kind of cool with, not the ones that they actually want and the ones that they can have variety with. Would that be true or false?
That would be false. And you know what would be false? Because now, like you said, hold on. You brother, listen what you're saying.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
My argument. So now match that up to, like you're saying, the average fucking the marriage numbers. I think the marriage stats is somewhere around 50-60%. So if these men are to the point of where you take out the 60%, right? You were talking about all men, not just black. You talking about all men, right? You said the 30%.
Yeah.
Right. So you said that 30% of men don't deal with women at all or have this access, right? Then we got, let's say, the 10% that get every woman they want, right? So we eliminate them. So we got the 60% left for everybody else. All right. Now, 60% of the population is married, brother, or damn near close to it. Let me Google it. I don't know. Do I have to count it as a Google it, Fatty? I don't know. I just want so we can see.
If it's not time consuming, is it time consuming?
I'm just looking it up. If you want to
Echo always fucks up this shit, so I can ask Echo.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Hold up.
All you're doing is actually making my point, but I'm
no, let's see.
I'm waiting. Go ahead.
So, damn, does it just tell me what's the percentage?
47% of adults aging from the range of 21 to 55.
I appreciate you. So, 47%. All right. So 47% of people are married, right? And like I told you, there's a higher rate of people that are dating and just having relationships and shit. The majority of people are in relationships, bro, or just situationships. Would you agree with that premise? Do you think the majority of relationships now are situationships?
Do I think majority of relationships now are situationships? That's an interesting take. I don't even. You want me to put in percentage, or you want me to just agree with this?
No, just yes or no. Do you think the majority of relationships are situationships?
Nah.
So you think the majority of relationships are real monogamous, real deal boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance relationships?
For the most part, yes. I would say a high percentage would be situationships, but for the most part, women are probably demanding these men to be monogamous for sure.
No, and that's what I'm saying. No, they're clearly not. Again, everything. Women are trying to move like men, bro. Women don't want relationships like that either. That's what I'm saying. So the men are taking that using that to our advantage and being like, okay, well, shit, you just cool with Netflix and chill, or you know what I'm saying, chicken and dicking, however you want to call it.
Hold on. So the woman that's not giving away, the woman that's having sex with the men, the woman that actually likes the men, etc., she doesn't want a relationship.
A lot of them don't.
No. That wasn't my question. So generally speaking, the women that are dealing with the situationships especially for a long period of time, and that like the man, they want situationships.
No, they don't.
Okay.
No, they do not. But hold on. But thank you for making my point.
You said no. Hold on. I want to just clarify. You saying they want situationships, or you saying they want relationships?
No, exactly. They want relationships, but what are they in? Situationships. That's my point.
I don't think they in situationships. That's why I didn't agree with that.
They are. That's like they are. Most of the women, and that's women are complaining about this. Women are saying this now. Niggas don't want to be serious. They just want to fuck, and they just want this, and they want i.e. I know you heard this one. Oh, you want wife treatment, but sneaky link or girlfriend with a girlfriend title or no title or whatever the fuck, right? I'm not gonna be doing wife duties if I'm not a wife. So you're hearing that because men are refusing to give women what they want in serious relationships and versus situationships.
I think because the dynamic. Hold on. I think that's because of the dynamic. I think that's because the women are getting with in situationships with the men that they want versus what I'm arguing is the situation between men wanting the situation with women that they want. Do you understand?
I think we would agree that for one, most men prefer situationships over relationships because we know a situationship is mainly the foundation of sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other things are not necessary. I don't have to buy stuff for you. I don't have to provide for you. I don't have to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
I just come through and get that pussy and go about my way, right? Versus me having to do all of these things as a boyfriend or husband and so on and so forth. Men prefer the easier route. You got to
No, I
that.
agree with that. Only
That's
what
what
you
I'm
just hold on. No. What you just said specifically, I agree that men would prefer that. I don't think that's necessarily conducive to what's actually happened in reality. I think what's actually happened, hold on. I think what's actually happened is men typically want these sets of women that are beautiful, sexy, whatever words you want to use for this set of women right here. And they are not able to get those set of women. So they settle for a different set of women, maybe 4s and 3s, etc. And they deal with them in a situationship. They deal with them and hang out and don't wife them up. But if they had access to these women, they would be in relationships. That would be my
and I would still counter that and say, because again, now the men that are having their way still aren't doing the same thing. So what I'm saying
having
is
their way.
But hold on, and this is what I'm saying. So she's gonna be, and there are women that are having their way too. I would say they're far. Let's do this, right? So do you agree that do you agree that far more women having their way with men than men having their way with women? Correct.
You have to define have your way.
Okay, so being able to get what they want out of a person without giving them a serious relationship.
I would have to disagree with that premise. From the male perspective, I agree with the premise. From a female perspective, I do not agree with that premise.
Okay, so hold on. So women got a food guy, they got a ride guy, they got a fix it guy, they got some other guy, and then they got the guy that's fucking. You don't agree with that premise?
No. So now you change, you move the goalposts. So what
no,
you just said, hold on. No, you just
let me specify.
Go ahead.
We're talking about the having their way. I'm not attributing this to all women. Yeah, I'm not talking about all women. We're talking about having their way. The top.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That where you move the goalposts is here's why, and here's how. I was saying, or you were saying earlier about women specifically wanting to be with men. Okay, now you're saying what is, right? There's a difference between what is and what they want and what they would prefer, right? So if you are a woman, I'm saying to you, Mr. Fantastic, they would prefer probably one guy that has all of these different attributes versus different guys on all these aspects. Would you agree or disagree with that? And we can talk about
I disagree with that. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Specifically for the group of the women that have the Bernice Burgoses. So the Bernice Burgoses and the Instagram models, I can't think of what that fine ass bitch name is, but you know, the IG models and stuff, right? They want it that way because again, it makes more sense and it benefits them more to have multiple men that have a lot of resources that they don't have to commit to. Some of these men don't have sexual access. So a woman, it's in a woman's nature to get the most and the best deal she can possibly get. And that's usually, and women have even said this. Women have said that they gotta get 3 niggas to get the one nigga they want. I'm going by what women say.
But hold on, that's exactly what the premise is getting the man that you want. But hold on, we moving the goalposts. But I'm gonna still stay with you for this for just a quick second. We talking about what women want in men. I'm talking about what men want in women. But we can still stay here for just a quick second. Okay, well,
so we move back so we don't get too convoluted or too far.
No, we can talk about it. I'm down to talk about it. I'm down to talk about it. But I just want to make sure that I'm hearing you very clearly that you're saying if a woman has the option between having one guy that has everything that they want versus they would pick the dudes that has just multitudes of what they want, but it's in different dudes.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, and that's the way they're operating. And then, like I said, even more so, like I said, the divorce rates support that thing. When they get the one man that they have that provides, protects, and clearly they're attracted to for some level enough to commit to him and marry him, they divorce him. 70%.
Well, they divorce by financial reasons and irreconcilable.
Yeah, well, no. The financial reason isn't financial reason is the number one reason. The number one reason is what's the number one?
The differences, shit, whatever.
Thank you. Different, yeah, differences, right? And
but what is differences? What is differences?
Thank you. That's you made my point. It's anything they want it to be. Thank you. It's anything they want it to be. So basically, they leave men that provide, protect, and do all these things for them for, in essence, no reason at all other than what they know. So when they get that, they don't want to keep it, and then they get back out here. I.e., Tia Mowry. Tia Mowry said herself, "I don't got no problem. My husband was a perfect husband, but I graduated marriage."
I graduated. Yeah, I didn't hear that point. I didn't hear that point.
So that's my point. I know that's an anecdotal example, but that's what I'm saying. Women always feel like they can get the better deal. No matter how good of a man they have, they feel like that it's a man or men out there that is better than the man they got.
But here's
So
here's where your argument breaks down for me, because I understand that they want the better deal. That's just hypergamy. I get that. But what you're alluding to is they don't want the better deal. They want better deals at the same exact time. Is that true or false?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is
Okay,
again, this is the times that we're living in. These are not our mothers. These are not our grandmothers. These women do not have the ideology and the wants of what women had in the past. And I think where a lot of people are messing up at, men and women both, is that we're trying to put a very, very old and outdated model on the ideology of women and what they want. Women are telling you this. Women are saying, hey, she got a nigga for everything. Okay, and she got the nigga that know how to please that pussy. Okay, he's the one who's getting the better deal.
Way you say that shit is funny.
That's what we telling men, like, hey man, you want to be the nigga that's, you know what I mean, getting, you know what I'm saying, getting the thrills, not motherfucking paying the bills.
No, I wholeheartedly just disagree with this whole premise that they want multiple different people. I think what's happening actually, but I want to move it back. But I'm gonna say this statement, then we can just move it back. So I'm gonna just ask you a final question to clarify the hill that you about to die on. Is that women, if given the choice, majority speaking, that's 50.1% and up, they would prefer to have multiple dudes to match up their perfect dude versus their perfect dude?
Yes.
Okay, that's the hill you die on. Cool. Now let's go back to what.
Real quick, can I get a distinguisher real quick?
Go ahead.
Because I want to make sure. Maybe I got lost somewhere. Mr. Fantastic,
By the way, we have 3 minutes before we go to the questions from the judges and from the chat. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Fantastic, when you say that, because I noticed you keep mentioning back to like Virgos or whoever else those names are, right?
Logically consistent.
Are you saying those certain types of women? Or are you saying majority all of women?
No, he said majority.
Yeah, the majority.
That's what I thought he said before, but I want to make sure.
Well,
is he saying
yes.
of those women? Those
well, no.
types of women?
I'm okay. My bad. I don't want to cut y'all. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So I'm saying those women operate that way. The Bernice Burgos, the 8 9s and dimes, the highly, highly attractive women. That's the way they are operating. I'm saying that the women that are not as attractive to them want to operate like the what they see the most attractive women do. Women have I call it I'm every woman disease, right? Or I'm every woman syndrome, to where they think the most unattractive can do the same thing and deserve the same thing that the most attractive do. So yes, I'm saying want. If they could, if you could get a woman, and like you said, like the brother kept saying, like Don J kept saying, if the 3s and 4s could do the shit that the 10s can do, they do it.
Fantastic. This breaks down your whole entire argument, because now I clearly see your argument. So your basically argument is these people or these women that are in positions to do whatever it is that they want to do and act out whatever it is that they want to act out, they act out in a specific way. But you're talking about a subset, a minority of women. The majority of attractive women that has status, etc., they're married in a relationship. What are you talking about? Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
No. And again, no, the majority of women are not married in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
No, I didn't say majority of women. I said the majority of women that are up there in that status that you keep talking about. The
attractive. Even the majority, the majority of those women. All the IG models, none of them are, the women that got millions of followers, none of them are married. None of them.
Well, I was using you was using like famous people. I was using famous people,
not
like
just famous.
Beyonce,
Well, that's what I'm saying. But not just famous. So I would, if you could think of, and I could think of the most attractive woman I've seen. The ones I see, even out and about, and I know about in the world that may not have, 1 million followers, but say she got like 100,000 locally, she's not married either. And like, so let's go. The chicks that work at Magic City, right, in the strip clubs in Atlanta, most of them married? No, of course not, right?
On. That's not analogous,
well, hold on. I gotta use something for an example, because to try and make the point, because I can't give any non-anecdotal local things or regular things. Yeah. But if you really look into it nowadays, these women don't want to be married. And this is my point I'm trying to make. These women get paid off of their looks. These women get paid and make their living off of men's desire for them. So
okay, hold on, real quick.
If she get married, she destroys the bag.
Hold on. So I know we don't have that much time. So let me just ask you some questions real quick. So for you personally, what would quantify you being at the highest echelon of women?
The highest echelon of women, like the most attractive women? 8 9s and dimes?
Yep.
Highly attractive, of course. Just extremely highly attractive. Usually like the trifecta. So you got 8 9s and dimes. She got a pretty face. She got, nice size breasts, nice size ass, and whatever. She's going to be highly attractive to, I would say 90% of men.
Okay. And
No
what
matter who
industry
you
do you
pick from.
see a concentration in that?
Well, hey, strip clubs.
Okay, but okay, hold on. I want to preface this. My bad. Besides a place where they're using that as their means of income.
Well, that's you wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't have an industry that only hires attractive women outside of.
Well,
you feel me?
hold on. So actors don't tend to. I'm sorry. Industries where they have movie stars, etc. They don't tend to hire attractive people over unattractive people.
I don't think people think the majority of actors are highly attractive.
No. That wasn't my question.
I'm sorry, actresses. I can think of more unattractive actresses than the attractive ones.
Okay.
You can think of everyone to the official debate section of the Charter Review.
All right. I didn't come here to argue with you. Oh, yes, you did. We're having a debate. Debate ain't nothing but an argument.
Doctor, can we relate? Can we relate? Can we debate? I want debate. I try the cake. All of my cake. Can we debate? Can we debate? Can we relate? Can we relate? Can we debate? I want debate. I try the cake. All of my cake. Can we debate? 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 Can we debate?
Thank you very much. And your rebuttal, Mr. Carville.
We have no response. That was perfect.
Shout out to the 400 people all together on both platforms. Please like the video. The likes are for free. Okay. Thank you very much for helping to reach the membership goals. We need $50 via PayPal or Cash App for the M Burger Fund. I'm going to drop for the last time all the links of the content creators, Cash Apps, and all that. Please support them. We're going to go to the last part of the debate where we answer to the $20 and up questions. There's not a bunch of them because this is back down trolling. So the moderators are going to have the bulk of the questions on the last 20 minutes. If you don't have questions, let them go on a one-on-one until the end of the show and we move along.
I got questions. Shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
No, it was the same rabbit hole.
Okay, so recommendation. When you see Black Dawn, you say, I plead the fifth, no comment, okay? Black Dawn, $20. Question to the panelists. Are you fans of the Ricky Morty? Please keep a response at least over 18 words or more. Thank you.
To answer that question, I've never even looked at Rick and Morty. I've seen clips online, etc., but I've never seen the show.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Rick and Morty.
Thank you very much. Black Dawn. Another question to the panelists. I have a friend who is a bartender. I'm trying to get him to make me a drink, but I don't know his name. The drink looks really foggy and smells like drugs. Ring a bell.
What the fuck? What is he talking about?
I don't know nothing about none of that.
He's talking about Joseph, friends. That's what I'm telling you for you to leave it alone.
He's trolling. That's what he was saying.
Yes. We're going to leave it on. Carl Anderson says, as general principle, individuals may seek spouse without children, but at times this preference is superseded by the woman with high quality potential who meet most critique for marriage. We have many examples in life. Thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate you. The sponsor of the show, Wilkin Ali, comes in with a late entry. And once again, until the end of the timer, y'all can ask the questions. I'm going to bring the timer back up again for the moderators, but you can ask a question for $20 and up. So Wilkin Ali says to both, in today's market, does it make sense for a man to be number two man who gets sex and a woman's all without having to commit, or to be the number one man who gets the problems, demands no submission, and pays for it all when he commits? Timer is on. It's a fantastic. You have the floor. Okay. Number
Obviously,
two. Number one.
Yeah, obviously number two. Like I said, that's every man's dream situation. Get the cow, get the milk without buying the cow, right? The proverbial analogy that people always use. Why would I want to again be a boyfriend or a husband or a fiance, and I gotta provide for you, I gotta protect you, I gotta listen to your problems, I gotta put up with your bullshit, versus hey, what are we doing? All right, and, you know, hey, it's all right with you, we fucking. That's cool, right? You know what I mean? Shout out to Biggie. You feel me? So of course, number two man is the man that every man wants to be. Talking about.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with an astrophy, and I got to keep doing this because here's why. Even if you're single and dealing with this woman, you're still going to talk about the same problems that Mr. Francisco just brought up. You're still going to have those conversations. You're still going to have, oh, what are we? What is this? Deal with their problems. If someone's attacking her, you still got to protect her. All the things that he just named, you still would have to do, unless you want to just get rid of the pussy. I don't know if I can say pussy. My bad. Unless you want to get rid of the VV, that doesn't make sense. So hold on real quick. So in essence, the reason why I made that claim was if you are a man and she doesn't care, she's not going to care. Meaning if you're going to say, hey, we're going to be in a relationship, but I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. I'm still going to have whatever I want to have. You just can't do what you want to do type shit.
So moderators, we have 17 minutes. Questions for the panelists once again. At the end of the clock, Jada, Red Pill Ranger, and Thomas Legacy are going to vote. If you want Cheeky to have a vote and replace one moderator, is $150. You can activate the Shadow Realm anymore. So that falls through, okay? So moderators, any questions for the debaters? If not, they can engage in a one-on-one until the end of the time on any topic they want to go. Go ahead.
We don't hold on. We're not addressing this question.
No, because this is below 20. This is below $20. It's just a comment.
But hey, I got a 20 on my side. Can you see it, Fatty?
Yes, this might be risky. $20. Shout out to DJ Amp. He says if 60% of black women have kids, if they lead in abortion and STDs, does that speaks to our opposed? One second. Does that speaks to our does that speaks or oppose their lack of being satisfied with the man or men? You can go ahead on Jay, and then you go ahead. Fantastic.
So I'm trying to clarify. Number one, what is he talking about exactly? If 60% of black women have kids, if they lead in abortions, STDs, does that speaks to or oppose their lack of being satisfied with a man or men? That's interesting. It would have to some degree. It would have to, but I'm not. I would need a clarification of that question though.
The question is basically by a woman having multiple sexual partners, STDs, abortions, dealing with multiple men. Does that goes in favor of they are satisfied with one man, or that goes against the fact that they actually satisfied with said man?
I just think they can't get the man that they want. Bottom line.
So no, so that's one. So no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So they aren't satisfied with one man because again, when you start, it's not just the 63% have kids. 60% of the women that have kids by multiple men. So it supports my point in what I was saying earlier. And women aren't satisfied with one man. They aren't having relationships, but they're having a whole bunch of sex. The abortion rates, the baby deletion rates are high because, like you said, they're getting pregnant by these men. So clearly, I don't think, and I'm pretty sure black women want to accept the premise that most of these men that they were having sex with and having babies by, which shout out to Hamp for pointing out, that's 63%. That's over half, well over half of black women having children or having kids with these men, and they're not satisfied with them to some degree. It's just the fact of the matter they're not satisfied with the one. They want multiple men to be able to do what they do, and as we say all the time, they get pregnant by the one nigga. Then they tell the niggas that, you know what I mean, that are waiting in the wings to step up. A real men step up and be stepdads, right? So yeah, that's what we're saying.
You make them on multiple points at once, and I agree with some of them. But I think the disconnect here is they're not dealing with the men that they actually want, the men that they actually respect, the men that they actually are head over heels for, whatever word you want to use.
So hold on. So what you're saying now? Be careful.
I've been saying the same. I've been saying the same thing for the. Go ahead.
Put it back up.
I've been saying the same shit.
So do you understand that you're saying that black women are out here getting pregnant by men they don't truly desire?
That by men that they truly don't desire. No, hold
Yeah,
on, because you're using very specific words. What do you mean by
exactly.
desire?
That's what you're saying. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no,
asking
no,
you.
no, no, no. We're not gonna do that. So let's play some semantics for just a quick second. If you're saying desire as in they are attracted to, obviously they getting pregnant about men they're attracted to because they having sex with them. Duh.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking
even
about
still, so hold on. So the ultimate thing that a woman could give to a man and do for a man is have his child. Do you not agree?
the ultimate thing that a woman can do is have a child. I would agree. Yes.
All right, cool. So understanding that premise and accepting that premise, you mean to tell me black women are having children with all of these men that they're giving the ultimate prize to, and they don't desire them? They don't really want them?
Number one, they're not even looking at it as something that's the ultimate thing that they can give them. I don't think so.
Well, hold on.
And then number two, hold on. Well, go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say, have you heard black women complain? Well, not complain about. Excuse me, I don't want to say complain. You heard black women always bring up the birth mortality rate for them, right?
I'm not familiar with that, but go ahead.
Okay, so well, you're not familiar, so I'll let you know, and I'm pretty sure Jada could confirm this. One of the things that black women talk about the most is they have the highest birth mortality rate, meaning that they understand the risk in childbirth. So black women what you're saying is black women understand the risk that comes with their lives possibly in giving birth, but yet and still they're possibly giving up their lives to men they don't truly desire.
I don't think they understand that.
All right.
I really don't. I don't think they understand the consequences of those actions. I really don't. If they did, they would choose the men that they really wanted. They would choose the men that stick by them. They would choose the men that they would want to stick by as well. But I down the hill. I get down the hill. Let's go.
Moderators, let me start with Cheeky, and then we go to the main moderators. Okay, if you guys want to see Cheeky voting, $150. If not, Cheeky will give his informal vote, while the other moderators will give the votes that actually count. We have 11 minutes, so we're probably good to go. So go ahead, Cheeky. Any question that you want to bring to the moderator, to the debaters?
So I don't have any questions. Am I giving the score?
No. I'm like for now we're still on the 10 minutes. If you have any clarification, any question that you want to propose to them, any statement-ish type of to see where they stand, like you can do it now. If not,
I'm good. I think I've been tracking along pretty good, so I'm good to go.
Okay, let's go to Jada.
I don't have any questions.
Jada doesn't have no questions too. Let's go to Mr. Thomas.
You muted. You still muted, Thomas.
You're muted, Lamont. Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to the colorism question. So in the areas of employment, housing, education, and beauty, is colorism play a role? Does colorism play a role in the advancement or the benefits that favored or promotions or whatever with light skin over dark skin? Do you think that played a role in colorism, or was just job performance and qualifications?
That's for who? That's fantastic on me.
Who's the question for, Thomas?
I said, ask the question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, who's the question for? Is it for both of us or one of us?
Both of y'all.
Okay.
On your spectrum, whatever your argument is, that frame it for whatever based on your argument.
All right, cool.
Go ahead. Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, I would say it does play a part with it, but I'm not researched enough to even make that claim or even stand on that claim. I just know about dating relationships, so that's what I was talking about specifically.
Oh.
Okay, and I would say in that I agree with him to a degree. There's not really many stats that we can pull from that. That will all be anecdotal. But like I said, understanding that most of the people are darker people, and the people of note that now that you can look at, like the Supreme Court justice that was, she was dark skinned. Like I said, you have two congresswomen that are all the congresswomen I know of that are black or dark. The vice president claimed she was black, but we don't want to get into that, right? So the majority of the super mayor, she's dark.
MAGA.
Most of the I'm sorry.
No, I was joking.
Somebody said, oh yeah, so the majority of the women that I can think of that are in things where the people pick them, they're darker women. So yeah, I would say no. Not in America, no, it doesn't go that way.
Okay. All right. That's my only question.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
I just need
Mr.
a little clarification on that.
Mr. Red Pill Ranger, and we're going to read all the super chats. Okay, by the end of the show, we need $50 via Cash App or PayPal so we can get to the goals today. Tomorrow we're going to have an open panel where you need to chill because this has been too traumatic for me. So like, not this show, this day. The show actually been chill. So I appreciate y'all, everybody that is involved organizing this. I would appreciate y'all, fellas. Thank you very much for the leg up. I'll make sure I'll repay the favor too. Mr. Red Pill Ranger, any question?
Yes. So Don J, for this one, the last topic, you're pretty much saying no man is single by choice, and I understand by no, we understand that there are some exceptions.
Exceptions, yep. Uh-huh.
So no man is single by choice, and it's your reasoning that they are single because they can't get the woman they want.
Yep, exactly.
So help me understand, is it that a choice in itself? By the definition of choice, if because you can't get the woman you want, you choose to be single instead, isn't that still a choice?
No, because if you was given the option, you would choose differently. That's what my distinction would be.
Okay. He could have got with the woman he don't want, but he chose to be with nobody. He still made a choice, right?
Oh shit, he blacked out.
Damn, that was a rage quit.
And if
no, he didn't quit. No, he's
and-
still there. I think his camera went off or something.
You there, Don? Don,
if he-
give me just 1 second to make sure. Don, are you there?
Sound like his what's the name left out.
No.
Like his camera or something overheated.
Is your point Red Pill Ranger to both of them or to Fantastic? Oh, he's back. Oh shit.
Yeah, if Fantastic can substantiate the definition of choice, his too.
Well, no, I'm gonna wait for him to get back. He's trying to do the thing. I think he can still hear. So at least on
Yeah, I
the
think he
thing.
can hear us. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So no, I'm with you in your questioning. Like either way it goes is a choice, but understanding the point he's making, saying like if you could pick one or the other, he's saying they're not getting their desired choice of women. So from your point, I agree. You're right. Even if he chooses not to deal with the women that he really doesn't want, even though he has an opportunity to, or he can only get with the twos and fews and fours and belows and zeros, and he chooses to, have sex with them and recreational use and all that shit, but not have a relationship, I agree that that's a choice to me.
Yeah, but that's a semantic fucking argument.
I'm supporting. I'm actually saying the same thing. I'm agreeing with you in saying that ideally, if he could pick, I'm still standing on my side, saying that no, these men are having a degree of success with the women that they want. They just don't want the relationship.
You had a follow up?
I understand our semantic argument point, but we just gotta understand that words have meaning.
Oh my god!
And it's just the truth. And you was making a good point, but
yeah, but again, Mr. Fantastic actually explained it because I was listening while the camera was turned off. He's explained it perfectly. If he was given the option to, he would probably choose to be in a relationship. Mr. Fantastic would just disagree with that statement.
Okay.
Any more questions from the moderators? Nope. Don J, you said you had questions for Fantastic, or you had something.
Yeah. So, Mr. Fantastic, can you name some industries where they are attractive women that don't use their attraction?
So, hold on. So I'm confused. You said industries with attractive women that they're not chosen for their attraction?
No. So industries with attraction women where they're not specifically using their attraction in that industry. Like for example, stripping, you are specifically using your
Okay.
attraction in that industry. OnlyFans, you're specifically using your
Well,
attraction, etc.
that's all industries have attractive women. That's what I'm telling you. So once you get outside of that, where a woman is selling her body or she's using her looks for most of professions, that's not the linchpin or the reason for them having success. So that's what's kind of confusing.
Well, no, hold on. I'm not even implying that. I want to be clear. That's not my implication. So let me
Okay.
just make a statement, because my position would be this: if there would be industries where you can display that they are higher forms of attractive people, because your argument was that Bernice Burgos and whoever else you named, they are very attractive, so they're having their way with men. My argument my rebuttal would be that in other industries that they are more than likely married if they are attractive. Now I can't use the OnlyFans, obviously. I can't use the stripping, obviously. So that's what I'm trying to ask you specifically, what other industries there are, so then I can just correlate that to their marriage rates and be done with this debate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you one, because like I said, I don't outside of industry being predicated upon a woman's beauty, we wouldn't there'd be nothing we can measure to say, hey, this industry has enough attractive women at the top to justify that. That's what
Okay, so if would you be able to grant any? If I was to say actresses, would you be able to grant that, or you couldn't grant that?
Yeah, so no, I still don't think that I know for a fact the majority of actresses aren't married. The majority of actresses aren't married. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you talk about the famous ones, maybe those, like the ones of note. You know what I'm saying? But even still, in those, the majority of them aren't married, and the highly attractive ones, a lot of them are single too, or they're single for quite some time.
Okay,
before
let me
they
look
get
this
married.
up. Can I put a Google thing? Because I think we didn't use no Googles here.
Yes,
I didn't use the Googles.
You didn't use your nope.
So can we Google? Let's just say singers. Let's just say female singers. Can we Google the majority of female singers or talk show hosts? Well, no, they might be.
What will be the specific question?
What percentage of female singers are married? Successful female singers are married.
That there's a very open, like, because
that's gonna be a low percentage, brother.
What?
I'm trying to find an industry where there's attractive women. We got to find that first. I'm trying to find an industry where there's attractive women specifically. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is you asking an impossible question, because there are going to be attractive women scattered throughout all industries, no matter what it is, right?
But hold on. Hold on. The disconnect is there's probably going to be more attractive than just the average woman. Would you agree?
Yeah, a little over 50%.
Huh?
Thank you. All right.
Say again.
A little over 50%.
What do you mean?
So he said, what percentage of female singers are married?
No,
it's a little over 50%.
No, it's not.
Can't be.
Yeah, can't.
I'm sorry. What was the question then?
Well, that's
well, that was the question. They just disagreeing with the answer. They disagree.
Okay.
I can name you. I can name you for one. Rihanna. Rihanna's not married. She's got kids, but she's not married.
Rihanna is married.
Rihanna's not married. SZA's not married. SZA's not married. Who's another singer? We just talking singers? Or we talking like music?
I don't care the industry. I just want a specific industry where they are attractive women that you said that can use their attractiveness and they can use whatever it is, skills or whatever, their beauty status, etc., to do whatever it is they want in the world. What are they choosing? Because that's your original argument. Your original argument is saying, hey, this woman can do whatever she wants to. Bernice Burgos can do whatever it is that she wants to do. And you see these examples of what they're doing. I'm countering that by saying, okay, give me an industry where these women can do whatever it is they want, whatever it's actresses, singers, etc. What are they doing?
And that's what I'm telling you. The only thing you could use that from, even from an entertainment standpoint, the majority of celebrities aren't married. We know that, right? So if we were to use celebrities, the majority of females, attractive females, aren't married. Why? Again, a woman that makes money off of her looks, it makes sense for her to delay marriage or not get married. And I'm not saying you're purposely cornering the argument, but the only thing we would be used to prove that point would be things that were looks based. Everything else is just going to be speculative. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm pretty
but
sure.
that's what I'm trying to nail this down so we can have a
Yeah,
definitive
can,
answer.
but that's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
no industry that we're going to be able to pinpoint and single out and say, oh, this one got all the bad bitches, or this one got the highest degree of attractive women at the top. We can't do that. You're literally not going to be able to do it.
Okay, but that's why I asked for the Google. That's why I asked for the Google.
Yeah, that wasn't going to.
And it's going to be difficult because successful is not a defined parameter. You see what I'm saying? On the closed one, like what is like a person with followers, the person with views, like top Hollywood celebrities, like there's a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I asked them that earlier. I asked them what is the qualifications of what makes the top percentage of women. Because if we ask the same question for men, you can just say the same thing: height, status, money, etc. And then what are those men doing? You can clearly see that they having a way with women. You can clearly see that they're dating whoever it is they want to, variety. But I don't necessarily see the exact same thing when it comes to women.
Gotcha. Any more questions?
Yeah, I got one more.
Go ahead.
If no, we get the no point. If no man is single by choice,
oh my God,
how does that align with statements? Men ain't shit. Men are dogs. Men are hoes. And men, all these men fear commitment and scared to commit.
It aligns with the statement because they're talking about a subset, a specific set of men. They're talking about top 20%, top. I would even grant the top 30% of men. They're not talking about the majority of men. That's why.
So you're my bad.
So the men that's not in that top 20% don't have relationships or women that want to be in relationships with them.
Yeah, because they can't get the women that they want. The woman that they want.
So no. Okay.
I'll let you finish your point. It's fine.
So no 5'5" Amazon workers in relationships.
No 5 foot. That's a different point, and that's a different topic. What are you talking about?
Well, I know he probably can't get the women he wants, but he's still in a relationship. But that's the end of it. I'm not debating with you.
Yeah, but what would that have to do with what I said? I'm confused. All right.
Here we go, now one. Nothing's wrong with me. Two, nothing's wrong with me. Three, nothing's wrong with me. Four, nothing's wrong with me. One, something's gotta give. Two, something's gotta give. Three, something's gotta give. Let the body sit the floor. 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 Let the body sit the floor.
A quick reminder: Saturday I'll be debating Uncle Jeff on Robbie Privilege and Cellulite show, just to prove a point, because I'm good like that. So Saturday 11 p.m. ladies first. On Sunday, tomorrow, I have no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, I want Cheeky to go last because I don't want him to sway the opinion of the people that actually the vote that matters. So let's start with some chivalry. Ladies first. Okay, I'll go Jada, Thomas, and Red Pill Ranger. He goes last. If there's a tie, he decides who wins. So Jada, who won the debate today? Uh-oh. Jada?
Dang, I'm sorry. Didn't realize I was on mute. So I gave the first round to Fantastic, second round to Don, and then after clarification of the third round question where Fantastic was going from, I ended up giving that round to Don. So Don has mine.
Don. Jada voted on Don. Don J won the first.
Yeah, he almost had me.
Don J got the first round, Mr. Thomas Legacy. Who get your votes on these 3 topics?
Well, I listened very intuitively, intently, and it would have been a clean sweep, but I think second round it was just too much of a mountain to overcome. So the first round, it was very close, but Don J conceded a point as well. So that's what swayed it. So Fantastic won the first round.
I had to.
The second round, Don J really didn't have to do much because it was just too much of a mountain for Fantastic to overcome anyway with the colorism. Because plenty of reports show that there's been colorism complaints in the workplace for years. And I have the sources here that I can, whatever. So second round, kind of by default, but he still did his thing, went to Don J. The third round was, I mean, I think Fantastic. I don't know whether they work it together, but he kind of got bailed out by Don J's points. So the third round went to Fantastic as well. The second, like I said, the second round, I just don't think you could have done anything about that. So I give this debate. Although he would have won all 3, it was very close, but it was a good debate. But I give this one to Fantastic.
That photo is
Mr. Red Pill Ranger. It's in your answer. It's in your answer. It's in your answer. Who won the debate? Let's give one topic at a time, and then the final winner of the debate today.
Okay, well, the first one, Cooley contradicted himself. Don J made a good point and proved that his advice was valid. However, the argument was his advice valid? Was he contradicted himself, and he didn't prove that Cooley wasn't contradicting himself. Fantastic was better able to substantiate the facts and the arguments that he was contradicting himself. And the vegan example was a good example in that. And the nail in the coffin was when Don J pretty much said that he just be saying stuff to razzle dazzle people. When he said he doesn't believe that, but he just said just to get the views and the likes and stuff. Well, that shows that his word is not really sound. So, it's easy. So the first one goes to Fantastic. The colorism. Don J did a good point of saying that colorism exists in general. Then that's why I asked for the clarification question of were we talking about how women see it? And then Fantastic got into that.
Damn, you have 3 pages, damn.
Fantastic made a good point to substantiate that colorism isn't a big of a deal that women think it is, but it goes to Don J because the thing was this colorism exists. And even though it ain't as big as a deal as black women trying to make it, I've personally heard men many times be like, my chick gotta be lighter than a paper bag. So the argument, so the second one goes to Don J.
Okay, and the final one to decide who takes the prize. Don't be look at the camera, Mr. Red Pill Ranger. Don't be looking down.
Yeah, the final one, which was do men prefer? Oh yeah, no man is single by choice.
Damn, that's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, I was trying to take notes because I didn't just want to be like.
You good? You good? Take your time, sir. Make informed.
Full of shit. That one just simply goes to Fantastic because Don didn't really prove his point of no man being single by choice, because as long as you got one or more options, you're technically making a choice. I know people think that's being semantics, but what y'all call semantics is just truth in reality sometimes. If I up, right or left is a choice, up or down is a choice. Messing with a chick that I don't want, or mess with nobody at all and be single is still a choice. Also, the fact that players exist, I guess you need to understand my question, but if players exist, it's clearly a bunch of men that's single by choice. If dogs exist, it's clearly a bunch of men that's single by choice. And there's plenty of high-level man like Michael B. Jordan that can get a whole bunch of women that to this day is still single. So, yeah, it's plenty, you know.
So, Mr. Fantastic, get the W.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic won
W, bro.
the debate today. Let's get cheeky here for
Wait, Fatty, real quick. Can I change one of my votes?
Yeah, I guess.
You know what? I forgot that was even the basis of round 3 because they argued so much on something else other than that. I forgot. Until somebody brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, that was the original argument. And on that case, that would go to Fantastic. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you were going to steal the election. Jesus Christ, you're scaring me. I was like, damn, she's not going to steal the election. So, Mr. Fantastic got... Go to Cheeky, read the super chats, and then we get out of here. You got me. I almost had an heart attack, Jada. Oh my God. We need $25 on the Hamburger Fund via Cash App and PayPal. Let's get Cheeky over here. Mr. Fantastic is meaning too much. Maybe I need to conjure Ali or one of the Untouchables to whoop his ass, to be honest. It's winning too much. Mr. Cheeky Banter, what say you? Who won the debate, in your opinion? I know you make a lot of notes and all of that, so let us know what's your opinion.
So for the first round, I've got Fantastic. Second round, I got Jay, and then a third, it was a tie, but I was leaning more so toward Jay. There's a lot of the third round was a little confusing. They didn't stay on topic too much. But from the notes that I have, Jay was, to me, he kind of came on top. So it's a tie / lean toward Jay. But my vote don't count.
So that's your fault, friends. Don Jay could have won if you guys could get cheeky, but you didn't. So it is what it is. I want to thank every single one. Thomas, Red Pill, and Jada for the first time. You guys did an awesome job. Okay. Cheeky is a veteran. He just let y'all flow and let y'all chill. So salute to you, Cheeky. Thank you very much. And salute to Don Jay and Fantastic. I don't understand why do you guys have more smoking panels than you have debating each other, but there's a conversation for another day. We need to figure out.
I like conversations, bro.
You guys were on the panel like, no, you're there, man.
I like conversations, bro. Because it gets boring when you just talk about the same shit. Like we all is an echo chamber.
Look, y'all could have pep smacked or scratched each other or something. I was like, oh yeah, shadow round.
That was a soft ass shadow.
That was. Well, y'all did it shout around too late. Y'all did it too late. Like we started and then y'all stopped us, and then the shout around
No,
was
you
like,
should have pulled out all the punches.
We're waiting for
I was like,
Fantastic.
what's going
We're waiting for
on?
Fantastic to talk about that tight shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, say something about but take your little brother's shirt off. It's
I started. Y'all stopped me, then I couldn't go again, bro.
Nah,
Ain't nobody stop you, man. This was funny.
Because there's no real like animosity, so we good to go. I appreciate you, Don Jay, for facilitating this fantastic, sir.
Very good.
And
A
the big
sentence
Pepper.
swayed.
What'd you say, sir?
Jay, a sentence swayed and you was conceding a little bit too much for Don.
On certain things, I have to concede. Like,
hey, Don Jay, like spoiler alert, you can be coming here and debating in good fight, brother. This is not the place. These men come here in good fight. These men come here in good fight.
I come good faith, bro. Like,
bro, you never listen. Niggas that don't know how to debate to tell you that is, bro. You never conceded in a debate, bro. Like literally, like you said, you never conceded in a debate, dog. Unless it's just some absolutely what's name. That's why I was like, that's why I kept trying to get you to go, because hey, man, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. You agree with me. You agree to my point.
Never concede in
Don said
semantics. That's all it is. Never concede in
Don said he ain't
semantics.
dying on no hill that don't make no sense.
Hey, Don, you know where you concede? After the debate. You got me there. I'm not going to lie.
Exactly.
After the debate is when you concede. Before, like, on the side of the clock, you're doing too much. You're being too graceful, but it is what it is.
Then you get to the last part, you be like, yeah, I can see what that. I'm like, well, damn.
He's like, well, damn. All right, say less. More ruthless. All right, cool.
It was still good, though, bro.
But once again, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to tag. I've been pumping the links, but I'm going to tag all the content creators here. They did me a great solid today. It was good because the beginning of the day started terribly, and this was actually chill. I don't know if I was ready if they went at each other crazy. So I appreciate you for being good sports. And now we'll be. We need to start to actually get these people out of here. It's Mr. Fantastics and little podcasts and all that. I think it's time for me to intervene on this shit. Like, you know, when Freezer said to the Saiyans, I hate these monkeys. I need
damn, man.
We need to come down and make sure that we take care of.
You know what these monkeys do? We wreck shop, motherfucker. Just like motherfuckers. Hey, monkeys.
Breaking planet. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I'm going to drop everyone, read the super chats, and then we're good to go. Once again, salute to y'all. Fantastic. Don J, Right Will Ranger, Cheeky, Thomas Legacy, and the beautiful Jada. I appreciate your friends. Now, get the fuck out of my house.
This is Sparta!
It was a fun show. A cool show. I appreciate y'all once again. Thank you. I don't know if any of y'all is going to go live, but if you are, let me know so I can send people your way. Let me read the super chat and we're good to go. Friends, we need $25 via Cash App or PayPal.